Everybody,
It's on
it's your
you.
boy Javon O. Stokes. This is Top 5 Live. This is not a Stoke podcast. I just got to make sure to say that because I always mistake one for the other because the
Yeah, that's
days are
right,
blurring
son.
into each other. I am Javon O. Stokes, most opinionated man in comics. To my right that way, right there. That's Danny J. Quick, the man with the most personality in comics. You can have that one. What, you muted? What you doing?
I'm gonna use it.
It has Kevin, Mr. AKA Afro Avenger Daddy. I'm
The
never gonna
blackest
call
dude,
him that.
the blackest dude you know.
That is not true. We listen. Everybody here know Morgan. All right, Morgan is the blackest dude we know. All right.
I mean, listen, we're not talking skin color, bro.
Y'all both are definitely top five though. Top five blackest dudes.
Top 5 blackest dudes.
Next week list, blackest dude
There's
you know
gonna be
on
there's gonna
YouTube.
be a lot of people mad at that statement because there's gonna be a lot of people say they need to be on that list.
Wait a minute now.
A lot of people need. Hey, hold on now. I'm trying to think of the list right now.
Right.
Michael Watson, he got to be
Oh.
on that list.
Facts.
Bev, how you doing, Miss Clapp? It's good to see you in the comments.
What's up? What's going on?
That's the case. I mean, Dr. Umar Johnson, according to him, he number one on everybody's list there.
Man, we said comics. We ain't say.
He got a comic too. He got a comic coming out too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen,
Everybody, before we get into anything else, today's list is top 5 R&B groups all time, male and female. So it's everybody.
Oh, shit, wait a minute.
This
You
was
ain't
the
say
hardest
all that.
list I ever had to do.
You ain't say all that.
It was easy for me, and y'all ain't gonna like my list. I already know.
We know you gonna have.
We already know, like Danny. Come on, bro.
Danny gonna have NSYNC on his list.
Listen, that's the third actor of every show.
Could it be disputed?
Danny says, who's it? What? Greg said you gonna have immature, yo.
I just watched the R&B Money podcast on Saturday, and they had Marquez Houston on there. And
his name is Marcus Houston.
Marcus, I don't know why I say Marquez.
Marquez. What is that?
He was on there, and he was like, you know how they do on their show. They talk about where he came from. They talked about Roger with Sister. They talked about house party movies, everything leading up to where he is now. That dude was just like in the right places at the right times, it seemed like. So
who, Marcus Houston?
They getting at him now, though.
The only dude that can call himself Batman and didn't get sued.
Yeah, he said that. And he said he made the name because he was literally running around with Batman underwear on his head or something like that, and saying I'm Batman. Like
I would have kept that story to myself.
Yeah, I'd have kept that story to myself.
I said, hey, bro.
I mean, but hey, he rich. It's not like it's gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure we all got that one friend who, was dressing like Quail Man as a kid playing. With the draws on over the shorts. Like, they ain't about to tell that story.
The pictures never come up at all.
Right. Exactly. I mean, hey, listen, man. Everybody in my family know me. I was a little kid running around with the cape on, the bath towel as a cape.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Oh, brother, listen. I had a basement in my house, so you already know what that was when I was a kid. Back cave for real.
Hey, what's up, Kyron? Hey, everybody! If you missed it, say happy 72nd birthday to Kyron. We're glad he made it to such a monumental age.
Almost 3/4 of a century old.
Make sure he okay.
And also, Kyron. I mean, we was talking about this on Twitter, and I told Kyron I was gonna bring it up. The Kings are 2-2 when it was up 2-0.
Man, don't do that to that man.
Turn that beam off.
Don't do that to that man. They just
Aaron Fox broke his finger or something like that.
Turn that beam off. Put the fox back in the foxhole, baby.
That might be it for them. I hate to say it.
Shout out to Miss Beverly Clapp. She said, just happened to get the email a few minutes ago. That's how you know the email list works. I just started emailing out to folks, and hey, you got the notification. It was like, hey, let me just put this on while I'm cleaning. So I appreciate it.
We're gonna try to entertain you. We apologize in advance for anything that you find controversial.
Morgan,
actually, let me rephrase it. I'm gonna apologize in advance for Danny's list already. All right,
y'all already know.
I'm gonna apologize
Miss Clap or Mrs. Clap, I don't know which. I'm gonna apologize for my vulgar questions or answers and my
Can you
vulgar
stop talking like
response.
that? This is not Hot 97
This
Right,
is
that's
the top
9 and
five.
9
This
at night.
is the top
97.5
five
list.
90s list.
Oh, we know you
Top
got.
5 R&B lists.
We know you bought that mic for a reason. Your voice ain't like that.
Hey, brother. First of all,
Top
I got
5
a great
R&B
voice. Top 5 R&B lists tonight at 8
Oh,
o'clock.
man. What did Morgan say we gonna talk about today? I can't even remember.
When you talk about this Flash trailer, because
Facts.
bro, that your
Honestly,
Facts.
I-
If
ca-
y'all, Javon been the only person keeping up with my tweets, and I literally tweeted something to Kyron earlier. It's either one or two ways. Either this trailer about to overhype this movie into a bomb,
yeah.
or it's gonna make the people at WB do that Michael Scott face. That
listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I want to see a Flash movie. That's not a Flash movie. That's
I mean,
Flashpoint is
I mean,
a
when you
that's-
bite women in Ohio, they ain't gonna turn it into a
Nah,
Flash
bruh.
movie. Man.
that's a
Like,
Superman and Batman with the Flash just happen to be in the background.
Flashpoint
doing
is
stuff.
a Flash movie though, because
That's fine, but I didn't want. But you can't start a franchise off with a with a crossover.
Yes, you can.
You can
Yes,
when
you
you
can.
when you got Batman, Superman, and
They could have did that
Supergirl,
movie. I bet they
in your
could have.
whole
They could have just you. If you could pick him out of the movie, and they probably could. I haven't even seen the movie yet, and I bet you could just take the Flash right out.
I'm pretty sure the kidnapping in Hawaii, did that to
one of
the
the
I mean-
multiple flashes that they got in the movie you could just take out.
Honestly, I'm not excited about the film. I wish I would. I wish I could be.
I am.
I'm gonna go see it just because I'm a Michael Keaton fan. As Batman,
I like talking about the trailer. I like that they are already connecting the Michael Keaton's Batman's desires to Flash's Flash's actions, because I want to say the opening of the new trailer that dropped today was like, if you got a chance to go back and save your parents, I've always wanted to do that. Like, that's what what I'm saying, like that already is a good storytelling device. Like, we all know what happened to Batman. Everybody who knows DC Comics knows what happened to Batman's
we
parent.
all know.
knowing the kid out at 10 o'clock with his parents, and then
so they ain't gonna use that.
Walking down an alley.
That's telling.
You took your son down the alley.
Hey son, I'm the most famous person in the city.
Nobody
and your
got
mother is just as famous.
Fine.
Well, let's take a shortcut.
No bodyguard. I mean, listen. I'm sure everybody here love Batman. I'm okay with Batman. He's okay.
I mean, listen,
But that origin, if you start thinking about it too much, you just be like, wait, what? Y'all the richest people in Gotham, and you walk down an alley?
I retweeted, or I think retweeted or saw another joke where it's like, it was a couple years ago where I said, man, like, what was awkward about that whole incident? Not the simple fact that, Bruce Wayne was traumatized by his parents' murder. He had to watch Joe Chill pick up all these pearls after that necklace, bro.
That necklace breaking his hip, bro.
Like I said, where's Morgan? Listen, Morgan.
No, man, listen, man. There's 3 black dudes in glasses. This is the new show. This ain't even Top 5 Live no more. There's 3 black dudes with glasses. All right. So unless Morgan put his glasses on, we'll keep him backstage.
Man. Walking down the alley, don't worry. Batman is the most overrated superhero.
All right. I just told Javon in the words of Doug Reese.
I didn't see anything in that statement that
I like
unfactual.
When it comes to version, and you see what's happening already. It's a Flash trailer, but we're talking about Batman.
That's my point.
So,
right.
I like Detective Batman. Detective Batman is my favorite version of Batman. I don't necessarily like superhero 10 steps ahead Batman. I like Batman that figures something out and stops the person right in the nick of time. Like, that's my favorite.
He did that shit in 6 movies, Danny. So
I know.
What was the closest we had? I will say this. I will keep saying this to my dying day.
I know it's coming.
We have not had a complete, full version of Batman on a live action film.
How you gonna like my tweet on Facebook, on Twitter and say that?
The Dark
I'm just being nice,
Knight
man.
version of Batman was that. Like he literally was trying to catch up to the Joker at every moment and had to make that hard decision to.
Oh snap! Sorry, Tony Clapper just sent me his the model for Heat for his wrestling show.
Okay.
Snap. All right,
I mean, like, you know what? Like,
but yeah, what I'm saying is, like, we
Look,
haven't had a
like, sit
Batman
down.
that don't kill.
what up, Daryl?
We haven't had a Batman that don't kill.
Robert Pattinson didn't kill. Who did he kill?
Okay, fine. Just
George
stop.
Clooney
Let me
didn't
finish.
kill. Go ahead.
I mean, are we really talking about George Clooney with
the
black Amex card, with the Bat Amex card?
You said didn't kill. We didn't say anything else wrong with the movie. We talking about
no. I said it complete with everything.
Okay.
So we haven't had one, and I'm going through my list that doesn't kill, that is a detective, that acts like a ninja, that thinks 10 steps forward, that is a true detective. We haven't had everybody. The closest version that we had was
What's up, Greg?
The closest version of Batman that's as close to the comics is the cartoon, and will always be.
But let me pause you. Let me pause you right there from my man S. Moore comment. I feel Batman Begins was a complete version. Batman
still killed in that one though.
Batman committed manslaughter. Okay.
Yeah,
I literally put a tweet out a couple days ago. Javon is my only witness that said if we gonna always argue about Batman and his murdering, especially Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton is a serial killer.
No, he's a mass murderer. Michael Keaton was murdering everybody. That dude set a man on fire with his car.
Val Kilmer, like I said, Val Kilmer could have easily grapple hooked Two-Face, but he said, "Nah, I'm gonna throw quarters at the man obsessed with coins," and that man fell. Javon is
my only follower.
Word.
You got it the other way around. White, you done hurt the man's feelings, Kyron. Listen, man.
Shouldn't have been talking about his king.
80-year-olds shouldn't be as mean as Kyron, all right? 80-year-olds shouldn't be as mean as Kyron, man. Good boy.
Kyron get protective about his kings.
Hey, we got the one and only Greg Burnham in the building.
There's got to be at least two of me. So,
the only one that we care about. He must be watching the NBA game. Like,
no, I was trying to hurry up and get home, man. You know, Atlanta traffic.
Oh yeah. I remember when I lived in Atlanta and I used to go to school downtown and Peachtree at SCAD. I would not be on the road on the highway between 10 and 7.
Oh,
10 and 7.
Y'all must be talking about ATL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. So I was just trying to go get something to eat real quick.
Hey, you was on your way to cookout and realized it's 6:30. I'll be down.
No, it was some dude. Some dude who had like, I don't know what. It looked like he had like a really big barbecue pit on the back of his truck. He had like a trailer, and it looked like the trailer came loose.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was good. I mean, nobody was hurt. It was just, messing up my shit.
He lost his barbecue pit.
He'll be okay. He should have done a better job to.
That sound like an Atlanta problem. Somebody lost a barbecue pit.
Hey, just sitting there. I was in the
road.
I'm
talking about Christian Bale's movie. No, we was talking about that too. Christian Bale is a manslaughter person.
I mean, they all killed for the most part. Did Robert Pattinson kill?
No, the closest deaths that came where it's like, damn, he didn't even go back and help was the freeway scene. That's it.
Oh, that was even worse. That dude was
the penguin.
The amount of people that died in that one event.
We didn't get any confirmed kills, just a lot of explosions.
Whatever, dude.
Man, listen, penguin hit the brakes.
The whole dude in the truck that exploded. I'm supposed to pretend like that he just barreled through, didn't stop to see if the dude was okay.
No,
nah,
he may have had like a NASCAR cage, fireproof suit. You don't know what he was doing.
Could you imagine, bro? You know what? Like, listen, while we on the topic, and I'm probably gonna tweet this later, but probably not if I'm gonna say it now. Could you imagine just clocking out, working in Gotham City, just minding your own business? And then your shit just explode because it's a car chase right next to you. Man, it's just like, there you go. There go your job.
There was a Twitter thread like that.
That was like, no, that was a TV show that was like that. It was
Come on, Kyron.
Like
Don't
in the
do that,
DC
dog.
universe where they all were.
Yeah, Powerless or something like that.
Powerless. It lasted 4 episodes in a commercial.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. This is off subject because
All right, go ahead,
my kids on Sunday we was all relaxing and we realized that the kids hadn't seen Taken, right?
Why
We
would
were like, because at the time we was like, yo, Taken was dope. Like thinking nostalgic, thinking like Taken was dope. You know, we ain't seen it in a minute. Let's let the kids watch it. We ended up watching all 3 movies, and I was like, bruh, this is literally. Liam Neeson was just Steven Seagal. He was just Steven Seagal.
He's been Steven Seagal for a minute though.
But
So
I
I'm gonna
didn't
take it back. Like that's that Charles Bronson. That's where, like, I know that's probably before y'all's time, but it's in that same.
You know who Charles Bronson?
Yeah,
Charles
Bronson. I know who Charles Bronson
But
is.
yeah,
it watched Charles Bronson movies, sir.
You probably watched them, 10 years later.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Would you Steven Seagal? You was Steven Seagal, Danny?
You ain't gotta keep telling us.
Danny was Steven Seagal right there. Go ahead, Danny. Do your Steven
That's all
Seagal.
it was. He was just let me hit your wrist, grab your hand, and hit you with your hand, spin you around and push you, and then shoot.
Steven Seagal.
This is not as impressive as I thought it was.
Steven Seagal, the only kung fu master to never throw a kick. When I was
his leg, man.
That was the last. That was the last.
He'll kick.
At a certain weight, after a time, what'd you say?
He'll do a nice little shin kick.
Nah, bro. Listen, the last shin kick he did was exit wounds.
And the stunt doubles were so. The stunt doubles were so obvious, and like taking 2 and 3. Bruh, they had him climbing up, like jumping over fences and stuff. And I was like, that is not this dude.
My favorite stunt doubles that were obvious was I don't know if you remember Face Off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Face Off had the worst stunt. Like they didn't even try. They were zooming in on the stunt people's face. I was like, what are you doing, man? Like that, we know that's not Nicolas Cage. We know it's not John Travolta, man. What are you doing? Like, look, do the shot from behind. Like, there are ways to avoid it.
You know who had some terrible stunt doubles? Eddie Murphy. Like, you could always tell when Eddie Murphy's stunt double was in the scene. Don't make me put on Beverly Hills Cop 3, dog. They always got that dude from his head from the back and like, that is not Eddie Murphy, bro.
I mean, there's only so many black.
That's
willing to do that.
I was gonna say that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
So many.
A lot of black men. I remember all the way back. Who was it? Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. There's a scene where Turbo's like falling down the stairs or whatever, and it's like the double is so bad, man.
That's like them blaxploitation movies, man. You get the dude fighting in one scene, be dark skinned, and the next scene he be light skinned. Like, brother, what happened in the edit?
Oh man, Jackie Chan was bad for that too. He used to like put the how he always had the white dude. The white dudes that he was fighting, and then like when the action actually started, it'd be an Asian dude that he was fighting, and then turn back around and be the white dude again.
All right, man. I like Blade 2, man. Blade 2, that was good, man. I know it looked rubbery though. That was like Blade 2. You know how in Blade 2 they had like the CGI people.
Yeah,
that was like one of the first movies to have like the CGI people bouncing around. Now that we all we know it now. But it was like it was rubbery though.
Yeah.
Look at this dude. This dude coming in mad late, man. God, dog.
Morgan. He on CP time. He might win the title for Blackest Dude of the Year.
I told you he was Blackest Dude in comics, man.
He just got his internet working. That's all.
That's what it is. Uh-oh. Here we go.
He had to crank the internet.
He had to go feed the donkey in the basement, boy. He had to go get them carrots.
You had to crank your internet.
Yeah, they're churning.
It's running. Let me get it.
Got a steam engine in the basement to get the internet going.
Well, hello to you.
You got 400 proof in there to get your internet going.
Well, hello to you,
Oh,
penis
man.
wrinkles too.
Hey,
God
man.
bless,
That
man.
was terrible. What
Yeah.
was that?
Oh wait a minute, hold on. Let's calm down. He chose violence. He ain't got on not Nan Lumberjacks hoodie today.
He must have
Hey man, listen.
work.
It's been a long day,
He in
cuz.
his church closet right now. Leave that man alone.
Yeah, I already
It's been a
know.
long day.
Got the communion cabinet in the back. Go ahead, man. Say a prayer for everybody.
Maybe all bow our heads. Lord, we come to you just as humble as we know how, and we ask you to have these niggas shut up.
Time out.
Have them
Time
shut
out.
up,
Time
bro.
Time out. How you don't be
How you
talking to the Lord
and call
and
us
say
niggas?
niggas. Then call us niggas.
That's
I mean,
a
he
term
didn't
of
call the
endearment.
Lord.
Is there something
anything.
wrong with
I said
calling
you can't
the
call
niggas
his
niggas?
children niggas.
Listen,
I call you
call
nigga
him-
every day. You want me to talk different because I'm talking to God?
You
Like
can't
he don't
call
hear
God's
I'm
children.
I mean, dude, like have some
Hey, look,
some
if y'all
prayer
want to fake
phone
the talk in
etiquette.
front of God, that's on you, bro. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I talk to God like I talk to y'all.
Have some
God.
prayer
How you
phone
gonna talk to
etiquette.
God like you talk? We not God, so what? You
Right.
can't talk to him like that.
I don't change
God,
up. I don't change up that. I don't need to.
I
You know
am
what I'm
so
saying?
worried about your spirituality right now.
I don't care if you're worried about my spirituality.
What are you? Nobody can read
It's
that.
backwards. It's backwards. You
It's
gotta
backwards too. What?
come on,
Please
Jigsaw.
put it down.
We can't read that.
Look here, Riddler.
Hey, Danny got the win last week, bro.
I mean,
Okay, by one.
I mean,
by one.
I
by
am-
one.
I am
broken
shocked.
clock.
You did win.
What was last
Danny
week's
up to
topic?
7, cuz.
What was last week's topic? Speeches, right?
Top
Yeah,
5 speeches.
top five movie speeches.
He got
He
one.
gonna
I
live
get one
on
every
that
quarter. I get one every
Danny-
quarter.
Listen,
Danny
we
got
all
the
know
win. I'm
he ain't
proud of
winning
him.
this week. This man got immature. He got
he
insane.
got
Legit.
Wow.
he got Sons of Funk on his list.
Don't worry about my list.
He got Sons of Funk. He got Christian on his list.
3LW.
He got Black on his list.
Not
Hey.
3LW, bro. Come on now.
I
God
almost
almighty.
did put TGT on there though. So
He got
You
You got
B5 on his
TGT.
list.
You got TGT.
Yo.
Hey, Tank
don't
Hey,
do
this
that.
list was a problem though, for real. Like this joint. This
So
joint
I only
was
got it
real.
once Javon said, women and men. I'm like, I only got to move one person off my list. So I mean, it's gonna be a sad move, but it's gonna be one. So
Hey, my list. I just had to resolve something. I just had to settle somewhere and be like, all right, that's what I'm going with.
Oregon gonna have
because he was polling everybody so he can get some wins for next week.
No,
That's
D-line.
what it was.
You a
He was
D-line.
polling.
No,
He was
what happened
polling
was-
everybody. That's what it was. He
Bergen,
said, "Hey man,
man.
what's better, Drew Hill or Silk?" They said Drew Hill. He said, "Oh yeah, Drew Hill."
Nah, look. I made that poll. I
Yo,
made
Daddy,
that poll
if you
because
got the
my
5
best
heartbeats on your list, yo, I'm kicking you off the show.
was a
man.
group.
This man said he got Bird in the
He
midnight.
got Bird in the
Bird in the Midnight Falcons.
Ah,
Okay, wait a minute. This the real question. Who you got? You got Eddie Kane or you got Flash as the lead of the 5 heartbeats? That's the
Man,
question.
That ain't no question.
That's the question.
Um,
Danny be the person
Yep.
to vote for Flash.
Yeah. Sean is R&B Groups. Male, female, all time.
All time.
It's impossible.
It
It's
is
not
like
possible.
I mean, if you can't do it, I don't know what to tell you.
no. Nobody said we
you
couldn't do it. We just said it was Javon, bro.
I didn't say it was impossible.
what were y'all ingrates talking about before I got on here, bro?
Why you late?
we done went through all the stuff. We talked about.
Thank you.
We talked about.
What did you? We didn't
Flash
talk about.
trailer.
No, we didn't talk about old boys getting fired on the same day.
Oh, Don Lemon and Hey, bro, listen.
Yo, did y'all hear what that was about though?
What?
It's been a whole bunch of stuff out there about what it was about.
They were talking. I was watching the it was on TikTok. This dude was breaking down like the actual lawsuits that they were like, yo, it's not just the company that that owned the
Dominion,
the voting machine, the Dominion company, but like
there's another
stock
voting machine
owners.
company.
The stock owners of Fox are coming after them for lawsuits too. So they were like, hey, let's try to get ahead of this and start cleaning the house. But it's too late for them, bro.
Yeah, it's a dub for that. There's a whole nother voting company that's suing them. There's allegedly a sexual harassment. I want to say they said there's a sexual harassment claim out there for Tucker or his producer or something.
They said
all the chickens come home to roost, man.
Tucker gonna make his bread though. Don't get it twisted.
No, he gonna head over to what's the name of that?
OAN.
Yeah. He gonna head over there.
Well, look.
They gonna welcome him with open arms.
Where his money is if he does a tell-all book. Oh, He'll blow his numbers do numbers, bro. Like I don't think Fox. I think they said that Fox's show didn't lose many viewers. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a crazy dent yet. Which I mean, they've withstood this before because they had to fire O'Reilly. They fired Megyn Kelly.
No, they don't care about. People don't care about the truth, or
they don't care about the people. They care about the
entertainment.
They'll recycle another Mad Hatter in, and and they ain't worried about it.
Now Lemon got fired.
That's what I was about to get to.
Lemon got fired for getting at that dude. Was trying to be the interview. That's what they're saying, right?
I think that's what some are saying, but I think this is a.
So there was an interview where he was interviewing a guy. I can't remember the dude's name.
He's a Republican candidate.
Yeah, Republican candidate. And the guy was trying to say basically like that African Americans owed a debt for their freedom to the NRA. Because the NRA was back in Civil War. I don't know. He was kind of going, and Don was like, dude, you can't tell me I'm a black man. You can't tell me da.
Worse than that, though.
Yeah, it was
worse than that. Don said, "You're sitting here telling me." He says, "You're sitting here as whatever you are."
Yeah, that's what he said. As whatever you are.
He said, "You're sitting here as whatever you are."
That was funny though. I
said, "Dang, bro, Don is in his bag." And he shut Poppy down. He shut Poppy down too. Like Poppy kept being like. You know what I'm saying? Like every time she got ready to say something, Don just kept going. But this was also that's what I'm saying. To me, it's a string of stuff because he already had the New Year's joints. He got lit on New Year's like 2 years. One of them, and then this year he
got lit on New Year's like every year that he's been on it.
But he this year they told him he wasn't allowed to drink, or he wasn't allowed to drink on camera. But he was. That's what I'm saying.
That took away all the fun, man.
As a black man, okay, as a black man, I was looking at this at every angle I could. You know what I'm saying? To be like, bro, they just try to keep this man down, bro. I really was trying to, but I can't say that they don't have legitimate things that they can point to be like, he was wild out here, he was wild out here, he's wild out here, he getting on their nerves. Because the statement that he made about Nikki Haley was bad too. Saying Nikki Haley was no longer in her prime, and they immediately were like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean in your prime? He was like, "Nah, I'm not saying it." He said that's just what he said. If you Google a woman in her prime, it's gonna say like from her 20s to 40s. You know what I mean, or whatever. And they were like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? Like they kept giving him chances, and he just kept. Just digging it, digging it
to bury himself. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, and then he got suspended for a while after that. I didn't even know he was back on TV until like he just got back on TV probably like a few, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe. So I really want to be able to give him benefit of the doubt. But I will say this: I'm happy that Don is gone because I would rather him build his own table. Or go somewhere else where somebody else is building the table and go help that, than go over there with CNN and have to. We know how it is on network news, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now you can be like Jemele Hill, you know what I'm saying, when she left ESPN. I'm very glad Jemele is gone from ESPN. They didn't deserve her anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad her and Michael Smith away from there. Jemele out here.
Michael Smith still with ESPN, ain't he?
No.
I could have swore I saw him on ESPN.
No, I think he's with
There's no way he's with FS.
Or Yahoo. I think he's with NBC.
Oh, okay. There's no way Michael Smith.
Or Yahoo Sports.
It
might be Yahoo Sports.
That ain't
that brother from another mother. That brother from another.
He does. Yeah, he's got a podcast with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
But he also, I think he's back on like doing fantasy football and stuff with NBC. And he's got the podcast. Those are two things I knew he was doing.
Wow!
Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
Oh,
Peacock. Okay. Yeah, but that's NBC. So
okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that's wrong. You know how we question blackness. I don't know that people question Don's blackness though, bro. I think
they did at the beginning.
They did. They definitely did in the beginning.
For real?
That's why he started getting more edge to him. But I ain't really never been a big fan of
Don. They was basically calling him Brian Gumble too at one point.
Oh, dang, that's rough. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Brian Gumbel's a beast.
I mean, yeah, but if you talk like if you looking at it from a perspective of what people call black, Don Lemon and Brian Gumble don't meet that criteria. Of what the definition of black is.
Yeah.
And before we continue, I don't think we even said it in the beginning of the show. R.I.P. Harry Belafonte.
Yes. Thank you for that. I was gonna say that too, and I was gonna post about it later.
Yeah, we was here on time, so
Greg, man, the faces you making right now, man. Like, what are you saying?
I don't know if he getting bad news or he dropped the ribs or like.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just,
I mean, you look
he probably see another stabbing.
Somebody right outside the door. Fourth one today.
What's the count up this week? 17.
I don't think anybody's still questioning it, Eddie. But at the same time, you also know, that's what I'm saying. If you got your own network or you're going where somewhere else, like I'm not gonna say you should go over there with Roland Martin. If he did it, whatever. But the point is, you always gonna have your tokens for when something black happens. Mm-hmm. Then Don Lemon is the one to do the interview. Or that's the time to bring on Van Jones again because he'd be missing in the wind until something happens. You know what I'm saying? Then Van Jones be like, yo. Like the last time Van Jones spoke on CNN that I saw, I was like, yo, don't ever do that again. Because he said something like Trump got arrested, and Van Jones was like, he was like, I feel like he's just an old granddad. I feel sorry for him. I said, boy, don't you ever say that again on TV. I said, oh, man, you be doing the most, but that's doing the most. Don't you ever do that again, man. Don't ever say that live.
Pray for these people. Pray for these niggas, Morgan.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Danny. Be real about it.
Pray for these niggas.
These niggas from Danny J. Quick. Okay, Jatori.
Hey, we out here. What was the other?
I know my government.
No, but you can say mine.
Let me say this real quick. So at the behest of my friends on Facebook, I asked for scary movie suggestions this past weekend. They told me to watch Evil Dead.
Yeah, I'm about to talk about Evil Dead. I gotta mute myself, man. I ain't seen it. I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
No, not the new one. I haven't seen the new one yet.
Oh,
I had to go watch the remake. I went to watch Sam Raimi's remake, right, in 2013. I knew that this was not going to be my type of horror film, right?
I mean, there's no black people.
There's black people in that one.
That
black girl is in it.
I don't know if she's black or not. I can't tell.
Come on now.
She Lisa Turtle. She Lisa Turtle black. Like you don't know if that's the makeup off. Like you know what I mean?
Come on now.
Very attractive
Turtle. Lisa Turtle was doing the best she could.
Y'all not gonna disrespect Lisa Turtle.
Yes, we is. Yes, we
go ahead and
Lisa alone, man.
Lisa Turtle, man.
Listen, man. You go back to watch looking outside your window, okay? Like I don't know what you doing.
It's all about
outside.
Doing the best she could with Screech. Come on now.
It's all about Laura
Winslow. They gave everybody else like real love interest and stuck her with a stalker. Like she did the absolute best she could.
Man, it ain't my fault that Walter Jones didn't pass the screen test for Saved by the Bell, man. That ain't her fault.
I'm just saying.
Right, because I'm Saved by the Bell.
There's a black girl. There's a black girl in it though. Honestly, I was surprised. I'm shocked that you actually went to watch it because it's like brutal horror.
It's a blood fest. It's like you gotta think like that came out at like the top of. I ain't gonna say the top, but it was literally the peak of like gore porn and horror films at the time.
That's what I'm saying. I told them on the thread, I was like, yo, everything I've ever seen for Evil Dead as a commercial, I didn't go see the new one yet. I went to watch the 2013 one on Vudu, right? And I was telling them, I said, if it's gore for the sake of gore, like if the scares are coming from stuff being gory, I hate those. And I think those are lame. And they were like, no, it's not gore for the sake of gore. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure from the trailer.
Sure it is.
You know what I'm saying? And then I went to watch that joint and I was just sitting there the whole time like, this is trash.
Like, no, like, okay, like, this to kind of give, like, a good perspective. I know a lot of people haven't seen this. The Collector. It's a recent movie.
Dude,
it's by the same
that movie made me so freaking mad. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But I'm talking about the Collector. It was not Bone Collector.
No, I know.
It's called the Collector.
The Collector. That made me mad. The ending of it pissed me off.
Yeah, like the first movie kind of kept it contained as a, you know what I'm saying, like a break-in type of horror with basically like a over the top like serial killer type. The Collection, on the other hand, cashed in and said, hey, we got more money. Let's get more blood. Like the collection was just gore for the sake of gore to try to get a scare. And so I understand Morgan's point. That's why I say, like, me personally, the greatest scary movie I've ever seen in my adult life, because I get more scared of that than anything else, is The Strangers.
Okay.
Because that shit happens to people every day.
Okay. The Strangers was very well directed.
Yeah,
they did a great job.
By the way, everybody, De'Aaron Fox says he's playing.
Okay, and Kyron's still gonna be mad at the end of it.
Because he's not like one of those these lame dudes, man, that like break a fingernail and be ready to like shut down the season. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like you got names that you want to say.
I was just speaking in generalities.
I think you should
talk your talk, Greg. Talk your talk, Greg.
I think you should say what your
the
chest,
elastic on my sock split, and I'm not gonna be able to play. Like,
you know what? They got them tickets to Cancun early, Greg. They got to get out early, man. That's why.
I was listening to who was it? Dan Patrick was talking to Reggie Miller, and Reggie said something because they were talking about Kawhi, and he was like, I always felt like when I was hurt, like even if I'm 70%, I'm going to be better than most shooting guards in the league that night. So it's like 70% of Kawhi is better than nothing, but Kawhi has to be 100% in order to get on the court.
Kawhi had some, I don't know, man. That's another level of load management, though. Like this dude,
it's weird because we're starting to see it now. Like a lot of these same load managing dudes are the ones that keep getting hurt, right? And like, if you guys have played football or basketball, any type of physical, like competitive sport, it's like your body has to get beat up in order for you to get in the shape to be able to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every time you sitting out, every time, you get a chance, you're not going to be in rhythm. And Reggie said something else that was important. It's like, you've been coasting all year. Now you get in the playoffs and it's like, I got to go. And your body's like, nah, man, this ain't, no.
He said you got two
games.
Mean,
it's crazy that Kawhi not playing, but Joel Embiid is about to try and play on a sprained LCL. Mm-hmm. You got to wear a knee brace.
Yeah, but that's been sports. Like I understand the idea of load management, but the part that I'll never be able to resolve is that you get paid a lot of money to play basketball, and so play basketball. Like I've played in high school. I played on a third-degree sprained ankle. Like you just played. You know what I'm saying? If you could go, you went. You try to help your team win.
As a Clipper fan, and I know I'm probably the only one in here.
How are you a Clipper fan?
Listen, Javon, I told you this on your own. I told you this on your own show. They used to be the Buffalo Braves. They used to be the Buffalo Braves. So that's why I like the Clippers. Now let me finish my story.
Yes, you better just come
on. Interrupting that man speaking like that, man.
So anyway,
Greg asked the same question too. Don't do that.
I don't remember.
It's time. If they're gonna do that to Lob City, they need to do that to this team too. It's time to blow them up. It's time to blow them up. It's one of those things where like
they got Russ now.
It's time to. It's over. It's done. Blow them up. Start from the beginning.
The problem is that both of your superstars who get injured every other day, they both have 2 more years left on their deals. Yeah. So it's like you got to have to find somebody that wants to trade for them.
Yep.
But you could
get somebody for Paul George though. You could get somebody for them.
Man, Paul George be missing just as many games as Kawhi.
Why?
No, didn't he play? He played most of the year this year, didn't he?
But ain't that why they brought?
Let me look at the handy dandy. What'd you say?
Ain't that why they brought Russ into the Lakers though? Because they knew that he would be available to play. Like he that third star that is going to be on the court no matter what.
I think they brought Russ in so your boy could chase the scoring record and they would have a scapegoat for why they weren't winning.
I gotta be honest. That's a Danny Quick level conspiracy right there. Like
listen.
Danny, you should be proud of what you just heard.
I gotta
You
fight
should
him on his own
absolutely
terms.
be proud. You should be proud of that one.
Hey, no,
I gotta
that was
fight
a
him on
Greg
his
said
own
he got to
terms,
fight him on
man.
his own terms.
that was a reach.
Can't win trying to like be me.
Oh, snap.
That was a reach. Listen.
No,
Hey,
don't you ever call nobody's conspiracy a reach,
Hey,
Danny.
nah, I'm gonna tell y'all.
Call
Nah,
another human
since
being. Don't you do
since
it.
Greg did that to
Not
me.
on this show. Don't do
Since
it.
Greg did that to me, I'm gonna tell y'all. Greg actually said something nice about LeBron, like 2 nights ago. He said
It
It
happens
was
every now and
last
again.
night, man.
last night. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last
It was
night.
last
That's why I'm
night,
still tired. He said that was probably the best game that he's seen.
That's one of his top 5 for me personally. That's one of his top 5 games I've ever seen him play.
And, okay, hold on.
This top
Call
game
me,
to me is still Boston.
call me wrong. In 20 years, that's one of his top 5 games.
Ever?
It was like if you saw what he did, like
I think so.
basically he came out,
That's rough.
he said, I'm gonna guard their center. Like he's
I'll be
guarding
back here.
7-footer, 20 rebounds. One of my pet peeves with him has been that he always has to be dominating the ball and making all the decisions. But he literally he went like almost the whole second half, letting everybody else score, and he did dirty work. And that's important because the GOATs understand I can't always be, I need to do these little things that's going to help us win. He can't physically dominate the way he used to. So last night he dominated with his mind, like 20 rebounds.
I mean,
Danny's face when you said that, man.
when the dude checking him ain't never crossed the threshold of 20 points in his career, I'd do the same thing too.
Man, Dylan Brooks was average 18 a game a couple years ago. People acting like he's just like trash. And to me, the people that act like he's trash are kind of the ones that are trash. Because if you watch basketball, the only reason his scoring went down this year is because he was hurt. And Desmond Bane came in and pretty much took the number 2 spot.
He's not trash. He just
He's not trash.
He ain't trash. It's like, man, listen, you can't get in.
He talk, but you can't disappear after you talk. Like if you get smashed,
I mean, if you
can't if you lose, you can't be like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm not talking.
I'm with you there. I'm speaking strictly of him on the court. He's a solid basketball player.
Oh no, absolutely. But he talked like a superstar.
He's just annoying.
But he talked like he the only dude who could dunk at a YMCA. Like, bro, like ain't nobody like.
Hey man, Draymond do the same thing. So
right.
But Draymond got medal.
Yeah, but
Draymond got medal. No matter what we say, he got medal.
And he's an integral part of that team too.
I'm gonna be quiet on this.
He's an integral part of that team.
I'm gonna not say what I want to say.
Say it, man. We on the top 5 live. Go ahead and say it. This ain't the Stokes podcast.
We said it already, man. I've said. Listen, I like Draymond as a player. Like I think he's a really good role player, but I think he got really lucky.
Super lucky
where he ended up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I mean, nobody argued. Nobody argued.
We've seen Draymond as the number 1 option on the team.
I will also say this too. Draymond confirmed what that story had been out there for forever about him reaching out to KD and pretty much crying, telling him to come to the Golden State. He did confirm that today when he was talking to Damian Lillard. Not that he was crying, but
I believe it.
That him, Clay, Steph, all of them were the ones that came and asked KD. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's still the weakest thing I've ever. That crap is terrible, bro. That's terrible. You know
what though? It is bad. It looks bad. But for them to come back last year and win the chip without him, kind of washes it away.
Yeah,
kind of washes it away.
I mean,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I don't think it washes it away.
It can't wash it away. Nothing washes that away.
I mean, it don't matter though. In the long run, it don't really matter.
It does matter.
I mean, we can name plenty of
listen,
people.
Man, come on now. LeBron is chased down players to be on his team.
Yeah,
other players have done the same.
But LeBron won't lose into these mugs and then being like, "Hey, bro."
LeBron was losing. The Celtics were the power in the East. The Lakers were the power in the West. He like, I can't win here. So hey guys,
So went and teamed up with his boys.
He tried to get them to come to Cleveland, but
Yeah.
But he went and teamed up with his boys in Miami.
But that's not the same. That's not the same.
I
might be pulling a
No,
Danny
it's
Quick
not.
with this. I might be pulling a Danny Quick with this statement. But is we having this conversation that like LeBron doing what he doing? If he the clean sweep like he said, is we still having this argument?
Having what argument?
If he the clean sweep the championships like he said he was, are we having this argument?
What argument?
Of like him going undefeated because he joined up with the Heat instead of losing like he did and then winning like only a couple before he bowed out.
It still would have been looked at as it. See, okay, what LeBron did, I don't consider. To me, what happened there and what happened in Golden State are two different levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened in Golden State is unforgivable. I mean, you literally just lost. You just lost to them as KD, right? You just lost. You choked it away. They say, yo, we need you to join up. Pretty much, hey, the conversation had to be, we need you to join up because LeBron gonna beat us again. Come over here, cuz. Please, we need you, right? And you just beat this guy in the finals. And then KD, to the guys he just lost to, was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come play Captain Save-A-Hole over there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And he goes over there to go win championships. I understand why he did it, but it's still the weakest move I've ever seen in sports that I can think of.
Go ahead, Greg. In the world of Twitter, Morgan, they finna roast you.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. Because you're going to say the same thing I'm saying.
There's talk that people, even the owner, said that LeBron quit on his team in the playoffs. They had a team that could have like beat the Celtics. It would have been hard, but their own owner says that dude quit on them, and then he bounced. Like, a weak move is a weak move. I look at it like, if we, like, let's say us five went to the park to go hoop, and we're like, yo, this is our squad, we running all day, whatever. And then we get out there, and y'all stinking up the joint, and then I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go play with them. It's like, either way, it's the same type of mentality.
Hold on. Can I say something? I don't consider it a weak move. I'm gonna just keep it above. I just consider it a move. Both of them.
Yeah.
They both made moves. I don't look at it as weak. I've always disliked how Kevin Durant went to them. Like, that to me was.
What do you mean by? What do you mean? Like, went to?
Well, after they beat him in the Western Conference Finals,
that's what I'm saying.
For him to go to the team that just beat him, like, I didn't like it, but I understand. I understand that it wasn't. I understand that it wasn't really him going to them; it was them coming to him, and he just took the opportunity.
Yeah, that move also. You got to understand, he was a free agent. He already knew he was a free agent, so I'm sure, like, he had already been thinking about, where am I gonna go? I don't want to stay here. There's a lot of stuff that, like, I remember them talking. I can't remember who it was, but there was a night where in OKC where they put Barack Obama on the screen, and it's Oklahoma. A whole bunch of people started booing, and they said, like, that impacted, like, KD. Think about it. Like, I'm black. I play for y'all. Y'all root for me, but then you rooting against, our president. So it's like there was all kinds of little stuff that was.
Oh yeah.
But that don't make you go join up with the best team in the league that just beat you in the finals.
Hey man, if you got fired, like, I don't know where you work. But if you got fired from your job or you left your job today and a competitor that's better than them, that's going to pay you,
that's not the same.
Competitor? It is the same. That's their job.
No. In other words, if you get in a fight with a cat, let's say you got beef with a neighbor. You got beef with a neighbor on your street. He don't keep his dog on the leash, or saying, like, he do stupid stuff or leave his mail on the porch, and y'all getting a fist fight. Right, that's like you becoming his best friend after that fist fight. After y'all been beefing this entire time,
I ain't never gotten a become friends with somebody.
All right, no. These analogies are all over the place.
No, all I'm saying is, to me, what LeBron did, LeBron is different because LeBron stayed in Cleveland and gave them everything he had for 7 years.
And KD did.
What did KD do?
KD did that in OKC, but then LeBron didn't leave. LeBron did not leave. He didn't leave Cleveland and go to Boston. He didn't leave Cleveland and go to Detroit. He went to Miami. It's not like Miami
and made his own team.
So
with 2 All-Stars.
So he couldn't have gone to Boston because they didn't have the money. They orchestrated that whole thing. They went to
Golden State did the same thing.
Huh?
Okay.
They had to move money to get KD there.
They had the money though.
Yeah, but all I'm saying.
Time out. There's a big difference. He's not gonna go to Boston because Boston's dudes were older. Like KG was older, Paul Pierce.
Yeah, they
was older,
hated him.
And they didn't like him. Like Paul Pierce he's been very vocal about that.
I agree with
that.
Yeah,
he decided to go to the younger dudes who just won a championship that were going into their prime.
I think it's a different.
I wouldn't have done it, but I understand.
It's a different generation mentality wise.
He literally found a team with 2
and that
with a Hall of Famer. And then got another All-Star with him.
And
I still don't. I'm not saying what LeBron did was okay. I've never been a huge fan of LeBron leaving Cleveland to go to Miami. But trying to say that LeBron's move is the same as KD's move is nonsense to me. That's crazy.
It's the same thing.
I don't like what. In a lot of ways, LeBron's move. There was only I think they had like 2 people under contract. D Wade and Haslam. So know that Bosh is coming.
The whole team was open. And he did it again in Cleveland.
Right. So you get to y'all can put the right kind of players around you and everything.
That's what I'm saying. I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him.
So what part bothers you? Is it because KD went to the people that just beat him?
Yes.
Is that the
yes?
Okay. What it is
for me.
You saying it like he went to them and was like, "Yo, you got to put me on your team." They came to him. You forget.
But he didn't have to.
Hold on. Time out.
But I also said for Golden State is worse.
Let me finish. You got to remember, it wasn't just Golden State that was after him. Golden State was after him. Boston was after him.
Everybody was after him.
There was a whole bunch of teams that was after him.
You want to know the team I'm not going to, though, in that scenario? The one that just beat me. I'm not. There's no circumstance I'm going to that team. Because I can go win somewhere else.
I mean, I get.
Do you care about championships?
I can go win championships somewhere else. I just
clearly he could
Golden State.
He clearly hasn't.
They had the best team.
I know how many championships has KD? How many championships has KD won outside of Golden State?
They literally put the most talent.
They didn't put anything. He went to a team that was already constructed.
He went to a already championship level team. That would be like Jordan
in the final.
That would be like Jordan. That's like Jordan
just lost.
That's like Jordan leaving Chicago and then going to Detroit. It's like Jordan leaving Chicago and going to Detroit to go win championships. After they defeat yes, it is.
It's not the
you
same.
Talking about before? You talking about before he wins the championship?
Yes, before he won championships. Detroit keeps throttling him, and then he's a free agent. He's like, I'm going over there with Isaiah.
Detroit was an older team that was at the end.
That's irrelevant.
Definitely, that's not irrelevant. It matters. It matters that he said, "Look, these dudes are in their prime. I'm gonna go play with the dudes in their prime that know how to win the championship. I'm not gonna go to a broke down team."
He didn't need to go to a broke down team. He was on a great team. There were other great teams out there.
Morgan, you gotta look at the fact that so your analogy, Detroit and Chicago, that's a rivalry. Another one where they don't like each other. You got to remember the Warriors kind of came out of nowhere. Under Mark Jackson, they were getting to the playoffs, but they was barely in it. Steve Kerr came in and they did a 180 change and became dominant. And so, but before that, nobody was worried about the Warriors. There wasn't any type of,
and it was only just 2 years out of that joint too.
Yeah, and they had just got whooped. And I guarantee you. Because not only did they lose in that finals, but LeBron figured out how to beat them, and they was gonna dog walk them. They needed somebody else because all he did was Start playing angry.
Somebody said Harrison Barnes still mad about it.
He is.
He is.
I would be too.
I just don't think it's. I don't think it's any different, man. The only difference between.
I mean, you left your dude left his home. He went to the Boys and Girls Club and did a press conference to say, "I'm out this bitch." Like, you know, it's
don't get it twisted. I'm not.
That was the only part
my difference.
That's what bothers you is you
about LeBron leaving.
Yeah,
is that like you didn't have to set it up, you didn't have to do it.
Yeah, you didn't have to do it there.
Yeah, I mean, like you could have waited till Woj got the text from somebody else.
Dude, Detroit was old, dude. Half the dudes are almost out of the league.
Yeah,
the youngest dude in Detroit.
When they were winning championships,
hold on. At the end of their run is what I'm talking about, because that's what we're talking about.
They were like, so
they didn't have a run into it.
No, because that's the analogy you gave. Is
no, what I'm saying is what you're saying they were old at that point. They were not old. They were not old at that point.
They even said that they were older and they were getting. The youngest dude was Rodman.
Yeah, but
Rodman left.
But the oldest guys were like in their low 30s, man. They weren't.
Yeah, I mean they're old. When I say old, I mean basketball old.
It was more so the fact that they had went to those two finals. Like back then, you hadn't gone to multiple finals back to back. Like
unless your name was Boston or LA.
The Lakers.
No, they went 3 times, didn't they? They went 2 or 3.
LA won.
Detroit. They went.
I thought they went to 3.
Well, they went to 3 straight. Yeah.
Right.
And that, like, your bodies, like today's bodies break down after that. But back then, without the
that's when they had that good milk back in the day.
This is what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. It would be like, I get what you're saying, Greg, that it was a rivalry. Yeah, this was a bigger rivalry, right? But what I'm saying is, like what Kevin said earlier when he was giving the analogy about fighting. If I just lost a hard-fought finals to a team, there's no world at all the next year I'm playing for that team. I'm still salty we lost because we shouldn't have lost.
So
I'm gonna take it on me that we did lose as the leader of that team.
Okay, one game short of the finals.
You're a free agent at that time.
I'm not going to Golden State. Is my point? There's no world that I'm
going to San Francisco.
There's no way. There's no way I'm going
nicer than.
Okay, like Javon, can I ask you something, Javon? Can I ask you something? Say you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're a cop. Right?
Damn.
Let's say you're a cop. You know what? You're too black, and you can't be no cop. Let's just say you're a regular citizen, right? Say you're a regular citizen, right? And you mind your business, working hard every day, right? And you get robbed, like, you know what I'm saying, stuck up at knife point, robbed, right? For everything, wallet, jewels, family, money, all that, right? And now you got a job interview the next month, and the person that robbed you is the person giving you the interview. Are you taking that job?
How much they paying?
I'm about to say
it's still irrelevant. That's what I'm saying. To me, some things are.
I'm
gonna
tell you Kevin, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Kevin, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. If it's like, hey, listen, we're gonna give you this 6-figure job, I'll be like, bet I'm gonna take that 6-figure job and I'm gonna make a call to the police and I'm gonna get that arrested, and then I'm gonna get a promotion because I'm gonna take
as long as there's vengeance. As long as there's vengeance, I'm just saying from the perspective of as a competitor, right, and I think it's a mentality thing too, because like it's like why people keep telling Dame to leave Portland, but Dame's not built like that. He's like, look, I want to win. But I want them to.
But hold on, Morgan. Not
Dame about to leave Portland.
Even Dame is talking sideways now about Portland.
Even Bradley getting tired.
I'm not against it. I wasn't against KD leaving OKC. My issue is KD going to Golden State that just beat you. You just choked away that championship.
So
that's my problem.
Mark, let me ask you one thing. Why do you think KD left and went to Golden State? Why do you think LeBron left and went to Miami?
KD knew he was leaving to go to Golden State because he did not want to share the stardom with Russell Westbrook. LeBron was tired of pulling a tugboat.
No, I don't.
I
don't
think-
know about
I think-
that. Why would
Sometimes-
you wait to Golden State when Steph Curry was a star? Dude?
I'll answer that. I'll answer that too. KD left because of the style of play that Golden State had. I think that's the biggest reason that he joined up. The style of play that they have, moving the ball, him not because he's the most efficient scorer we've ever seen. All he's got to do is slide into that offense, and he can go win right now.
Check it out. This is why both of them left. Both of them left because they're both generational, like all-time greats. And if they didn't get no rings, then that pressure would have just kept building. So that's why LeBron, I'm sure of it. That's why he left. That's why KD went. But KD's like, y'all keep saying I can't win. Let me go ahead and get a couple of these.
Both of them deserve to leave, right? Again, my issue with KD is only where he went. That is my only issue. It would be like if Tom
both
Brady,
of them chose like the easier path, and that's why I give them both the same. They did it differently, but both of them selected the easiest way for them to win championships.
I agree with you on that 100%. I just think KD's is worse because it's literally, given the playground analogy, we've been out let's say us, we out on the court, and we've been hooping and talking trash to these mugs all day, and we got people watching us all day, and it's been close. I'm talking about we were up and they came back. We did a series.
You got this, Javon?
Game. We were up, they came back, they beat us. And then after we lose, I feel like it's my fault that we lost. After we lose, though, their team got an open spot, and I go join their team that has the open spot. There's no.
You missing a piece of that analogy. So in that analogy, if the squad that you was on was like, "Yo, we could win without you," and let you go, and the other team was like, "Yo, you want to play with us? You gonna stop playing ball, or you gonna go play with them?"
But that didn't happen.
The difference.
There was stuff behind the scenes where, what's his name? The Presti, the general manager. Like, it's been documented that the organization was favoring Westbrook over KD in different areas.
That don't mean I'm going to join Golden State.
But you missing my point, though. Hold on, though. If the squad that you was on, that you got bust and was like, all right, look, we could win without you. We gonna find somebody else. The other team was like, yo, we need an extra dude. You gonna play? You gonna play ball?
I just lost to them. No,
I mean,
it's a job.
Like to play
ball,
ball,
in other words, in conclusion, Morgan's picking up his ball and going home.
I think
I'll stay out there to hoop, but I'm not getting ready to. I just gave
you gonna end up with the bums that couldn't get on the court.
So you saying that KD was ready to leave OKC? He was leaving either way, but since he lost to Golden State, he should have re-signed with them so he can run it back.
I don't care. All I'm saying is I'm gonna sign with. There are other teams out there that were competing, right? That were good. There were good teams that were out there other than those two teams. They weren't better than Golden State in the league. I would have the teams that I'm not going to.
What you just said is different.
Were those teams that were competing for KD services better than Golden State?
That's the point.
That's the point. That's exactly my point. I'm not gonna go and stack my deck like that either, because now when I win those championships, now when I win those championships, that's gonna be questioned, which is what happens to LeBron right now.
But you know what? People question his championships all they want, but they're still on his ring.
Does Larry Bird get questioned for his championships? Does Magic Johnson get questioned for his championships?
Why would
because they had competition.
Yeah, but they both.
What are you talking about, Danny?
3, 4.
You know, Danny, don't do that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's a different scenario because that team was built. It's not the same as me. Okay,
who was built? They brought in Bob McAdoo. They traded for James Worthy. Like
Buffalo Braves.
Yeah, the organization that he was drafted to.
So as long as the organization is building stacked teams, it's okay. But when
that's
players,
your job, yes, that's not the same.
But when players take it upon themselves to make,
are you making an argument for LeBron right now?
Yeah,
who me?
That's what it sounds like.
He already said he didn't like it. He just
talking. I'm saying
our argument is that they had doing it. No, the arguments that we have is that it doesn't. they're the same thing. That's the only
Yeah,
argument.
the conversation is over whether or not it's the same thing. I don't feel like it's the same thing at all.
I don't think it is because
at the end of the day, both of them left highly successful teams to go chase champions.
To go to better.
No, Bron got off a
team was
tugboat.
trash.
No, man, a tugboat ain't winning 60 games like multiple
Because he was the gas. That's
It
why.
don't matter.
Trash.
His team was winning 60 games.
Cleveland's team was trash.
No,
Without LeBron James,
Hold on,
that
man.
team-
Man. Y'all
They
gotta
were
stop with that.
Okay. Okay, so
how do you win 60 games?
so how did
Y'all
Cleveland
gotta
even end
LeBron
up with
had that
LeBron
effect
James?
on winning, apparently, because
Y'all gotta stop.
and the East was not great. The East was who was he running through?
No, the East was great.
East was good. What are you talking about?
When they were winning like that, they were. That's not
Boston
like
was good.
The West
The
was better
Pacers
than the
were
East that
good.
entire
The
time
Raptors
period.
were
No.
good. What are you talking about?
The West didn't get better than the East until right at the end when the Lakers started winning, and then the Mavs won.
Come on
Before
now.
that, the East was stronger.
They had Derrick Rose when he was at his best.
They had the Bulls,
the Pacers,
Celtics, Pistons,
the Raptors had the
the
Raptors
Heat
were
were still
balling.
decent.
Come on, man, stop, dude.
Okay,
He won a
Okay, I'm
championship.
stopping.
What you talking about?
I'm stopping. You're right. All right.
We just clarifying what you said. We just corrected.
I know
what
you told me to
said.
stop. I'm stopping. The point
Start
is
back.
the point is, to me, it's not the same. That's all I'm saying.
All right,
We're
man.
not going to agree on that. We've been talking about
All
it
right,
for 15 minutes. So
we agree. We agree.
All right.
with this.
Either way, the daddy stepped out and left his family and went to a good situation.
He left. So
Yeah,
basically,
and like I said, I don't.
I
want
honestly,
Dame
Greg,
to
I
leave.
didn't even
I
think
want
about it
Dame
that
to
way,
leave.
dude.
I want Dame to leave. I just don't want him to go to freaking.
That man was in
Golden State.
Cleveland.
I don't want.
Club and said bye.
I want Dame to
I
leave.
never
love
thought
y'all.
about it that way.
Hey kids, you want an autograph too? Thanks. Guess what?
I never even thought about it
Deuces.
that way, dude.
Do y'all
That
like
dude-
the Miami?
That man left.
The
passing
colors
out
are similar.
Passing out Heat jerseys to the kids.
they won 21 games
I
the
thought
next
that was
season after LeBron left.
Oh,
Yeah, they had pretty much the same
Listen,
thing.
we are not having a conversation about whether. LeBron
So what do we?
James is good.
So
let's just do these lists so we can
cool.
argue about these lists.
Into a major.
That horse is dead because
I'm not going back into that with Danny on the call. I'm not.
Nah, he just waiting to defend LeBron.
Nah.
I wasn't trying to defend LeBron.
You literally just
You
did.
literally
You
just did.
it.
You literally just
You
did.
just
No,
did it a
that
second ago.
You don't even know you do it. It'd be a reaction.
I was saying to his point that team was not good without LeBron. That's what I was
it doesn't
saying.
matter because he was on the team and they were winning 60 games, man. You know how hard
And then when he left, they were
And then when
trash.
he left, they won.
Yeah, when
21.
he left, they had the worst record in NBA history.
And if you really want to dig in, because we can, then we can dig in and see that he was already having them, pushing players in and out. Their roster was like Shaq.
He was GM then too. Then he was
Yeah,
GM.
He was.
He was
They
GM.
go to
He
show you.
said he was
Yeah.
sucking GM.
I don't know that
Let me
matters.
tell you something.
Then
If Russell Wilson taught us anything, that you need to either play or be a GM. You cannot be both.
Right. All I know is the GM got the team to 60.
I told you we're not arguing about LeBron.
Danny,
Stop.
it's over.
I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and
We're
girls,
not doing
top
it.
5
I'm just
R&B
saying,
groups
60
on to the
Top
list.
5 R&B group.
Man, y'all
Ladies
spent
and
Let's do
gentlemen.
it.
the whole 20 minutes talking about LeBron, and then
Yeah, ain't my fault you was in the car.
talked
You
about
late.
KD.
That ain't
man.
right.
We
We
talking
really
about
talking about
KD.
Hey, my fault you was in the car. We was talking.
I had to drive
You
home.
made your thoughts heard. We heard you.
We heard you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys
We
and
know
girls.
you wanted
It
to
is
talk
9
What's
o'clock
that
Eastern
shirt you have
time.
on,
It is
Danny?
time for the top 5 live.
Yeah,
Until I get my milestone shirt, that's what I'm gonna be wearing. How about
Exactly.
that? Until I
Give
get
me
that
that
milestone hoodie.
Games 2 years in a row.
I know. I'm waiting for a milestone hoodie
Hey,
too.
sorry.
So I'm just saying.
Until I get me a milestone hoodie, this is gonna be
If you
this.
want a real hoodie,
I'm gonna be
you go to
purple though. I need a
afrofit.com
purple
to
one.
get
If
your
they
Afrofit.
hire
Hey,
me.
I'm about to drop this image on Danny tomorrow
could use
for
a
his black
purple
for
one.
his rose, his black rose thing.
this list is about to be.
And he gonna want to put it on. He gonna want to put it on the t-shirt.
See, Danny don't never want to hire me, but that's okay. I appreciate
Let's
it.
get-
I ain't paying. He ain't paying me. This is
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
is
right.
this is done out of friendship.
Let's get this list done, bro.
Just make it happen, Kev. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Let's get this list done, bro.
Let's get this list going.
This is definitely about.
That's
to be
hey, it's all right, man. Listen, Danny, I've been selling Danny's books. I've been making money, so we work it out.
We working it out. We working it
Danny,
out.
top
Hey,
5 R&B
hey,
groups. Number 5 is LeBron and the Sprite commercial.
I'm about to send you some more. I'm about to send you some more books too.
I don't need one book. No more books, Danny.
Oh,
Look,
snap.
it's hard enough selling my own books. I be saying my whole book thing, and then somebody see his book. They be like, "What's this?" I be like,
Hey,
dog.
you be out there. You be out there at them shows, bro. I can't be out there, so somebody got to
Listen,
do it.
man, you better
Y'all
get
want
out
me to go
there.
ahead and
You
go
better
first
get out
and get
there.
it
I'm
out
trying
the
to be. I'm trying to be like Greg.
Who going first, bro?
Y'all want me to
Let
go
me
first
out
and go
there.
ahead and get it out of the way, or what's up?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Danny. Go ahead, Danny.
Immature.
Matter of fact, no.
Brandy and Monica.
Can we be happy first and agree in alliance and then be mad? How about we do that?
I'll go in the middle. I'll go.
Nah,
third.
go
ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, Danny.
Number
Go.
5, The Temptations.
Oh, shit.
Number 4, TLC. Number 3, Dirty Pop, In Sync. Number 2, The Jackson 5. Number 1.
No.
Boyz II Men.
Stop. No, you're out.
We said
You're out.
I thought
Nope.
it was R&B.
No,
Man.
stop.
Hey,
Stop.
if the
Stop.
Jackson 5 is
No.
R&B,
No,
if the Jackson 5 is R&B,
I
then
got
so is NSYNC.
Morgan. I gotta do it.
Oh,
Morgan, I gotta do it.
Oh, no,
no,
bro.
I can't. I can't.
Oh no,
I can't do it.
Oh
I can't
no,
do
bro.
it. No.
Oh no, bro.
No.
Oh my god.
We were just joking in the chat.
Oh my god, bro.
Y'all gonna tell me Gone ain't R&B?
Dog, shut
No.
up.
Gone ain't R&B?
The moment he said dirty pop, I said, wait, what?
Yo.
Y'all gonna tell me Gone ain't R&B?
Man,
no,
dog.
Girlfriend's not R&B?
Bro, man.
Dude,
come on now.
It is rhythm and blues, not right wing and briskets, man. Come on, what
album.
you
Hey, all right.
Oh my god.
All right, if any of y'all got the Jackson 5 on your list, I'm gonna say the same.
What? How
Oh,
are you
wow.
consent? Like,
No,
I need-
no.
If it's pop,
don't
Why
feed
is
into this
NSYNC
nonsense, y'all.
Why
Don't
is
do
NSYNC
it,
in the
man.
no? Because see, I don't get a chance to do this. Why is NSYNC in the middle of your damn list in the first place?
Yo, he got
Hey,
NSYNC over TLC.
You got
and
NSYNC
the
over
Temptations.
TLC. You know what?
Oh
You know
my
what?
god.
You know,
I need a drink.
Oh my
We're gonna see
god.
you walking the streets like Franklin Saint for doing this nonsense right here.
Hey yo.
I'm free.
Hey yo.
My turn.
For real, bro.
Yo,
This is straight Franklin Saint behavior, bro.
Nah,
Like
man.
that's
Nah,
your top.
man.
Yo,
Yo.
Danny,
Wanted to pepper
you
spray
broke
through
the show. I just
This
want you to
dude
know
put-
you broke the
This
show.
dude put NSYNC over
Listen.
TLC, bro.
On was a
He
huge
put
record.
In Sync on the list.
Dog,
I-
no, you didn't.
On the list.
It ends
On
there.
the
We
list.
don't have to
Top
talk about
3.
numbers or
Top
anything.
3
Oh my god.
R&B groups
Danny-
of all time.
Danny
Yo.
made a thing of fried chicken, and instead of putting blue cheese with it, he put mayonnaise. Like, how can you do that to TLC and the
Hey,
Temptations?
listen.
That's
Listen.
disrespectful.
Listen.
Man.
Our ancestors
This-
are rolling
this
over.
can't
in
That
top
is
graves right now.
disrespectful.
This does not top Michael Jackson had a hot 10, but it might be
No,
number
that's
2
top.
now.
It top 3.
It
That's
might
top
be number
three.
2
This
now.
top three.
This
It might be
this
number 2.
is
The non-Tyson
NSYNC
movie, Michael
NSYNC
Jackson having a
Yeah,
top
Mike
no,
Tyson's definitely there.
so
Mike
this is
Tyson's
3.
there. Yeah, you're right.
This is
Mike
3.
Tyson's in the top
This
3.
is 3.
This
That's
is
the 3 right there. Actually, that's the 3. That's the 3.
NSYNC is the top 5 R&B group of all time. I said it. I don't care what y'all say.
We know you
Boy.
don't care. Which is
He
the
said
problem.
it again too.
We know you don't
That's
care.
right. That's
Nobody
right. Say it with your chest, bro.
Danny,
Say it with your chest, bro.
Danny, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You're gonna be on your way to unlock that store one day. You're gonna hear Nuck If You Buck in the background. I suggest you look over your shoulder for saying some goofy mess like this. I promise you.
Oh boy.
Wait. Time out.
Yo.
So Danny, you think NSYNC is better than Drew?
No, he's being a
Jodeci?
troll.
Drew Hill,
You think it's
Jodeci,
better than Destiny's
Jagged
Child?
Edge, Destiny's
Did
Did you say
Child.
favorite? I thought y'all said greatest. Y'all didn't say favorites, right?
Nigga, did you
Jodeci.
Hey,
Hey, did he?
Jodeci don't got
In Vogue,
Justin,
112.
Tell
I'm
you
with
something.
you.
Let me tell you
I don't like
something.
this
We
disrespect.
90 episodes deep.
Jodeci
I'm not
ain't
saying
got a
I'm not
top
saying
five.
I caught them
Sorry.
all, but you know you made Javon man when he about to drop a nigga on you.
Yo, bro.
Jodeci don't got a
I be
bye.
trying not to say it, and then it just
I am flabbergasted right now. Bro.
Flabbergasted. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I would have rather you put immature. Like, really, I would have rather you put immature. Like,
we were joking, Danny.
Like,
you
could have put B2K.
You could have put
B2K.
You could have put 3LW, and it would have been better than NSYNC. Like,
hey, I have a sneaky suspicion that when we were joking about it in the chat, Danny was actually taking those recommendations.
I'm surprised you don't have Backstreet Boys up here. I really am. If you got NSYNC on here and don't have Backstreet Boys, it's almost disrespect.
Danny was in the chat. He said, I'm
like,
gonna get him next week.
Danny
was like, I won last week, so I'm gonna throw this one away.
I'm gonna throw this W away this week.
Real quick, cut. I'm about to get this dirt
You
off
took
my
a dive
shoulder
right there, man.
Hank will never believe this one.
I can't dominate too hard.
That man threw a
attempted
to throw a grenade and dropped the grenade and threw the
Shaq taking a 3-point shot from the half court line. Like, just don't do
confidently
it.
too. Confidently. I'm talking about shot that joint and turned around like Steph. Shot that joint and turned around.
Yo, real talk. You could have put the 5 heartbeats, and it would have been better off.
It would have.
They had
to
just fine.
Oh my god! Somebody else give a list so we can wash our mouths off.
I don't even know if I can do
the Rick James cover band could have went over there.
Greg, go. Greg, I'm asking you as a friend.
I'll do it. I couldn't. It's hard for me to do a specific order, so I'm just gonna take the top 5.
Okay, okay, hold on, Greg. Before you start, is NSYNC or Backstreet Boys in the middle of this list?
Look at my face, man.
I'm just listen.
Hey, Kev,
I am black.
Greg went like this.
Oh man,
I am black.
Daddy, I love you so much.
That's how I'm gonna tell you something right now. Before Greg get to his list, Danny slow danced to that with his wife, and that's the only reason NSYNC is number 3.
It's got to be
Danny.
Was that your wedding song, dude? Was that your wedding song?
That was on the wedding playlist, Danny.
No,
y'all leave my brother alone, bro.
Yeah, I know. It probably was a real Christian wedding. You couldn't have back that thing up, so you had NSYNC bump bye up in there, huh?
I had Music Soul Child, but
bro,
you would have been better off putting Music Soul Child.
He ain't even in the group.
I don't even care. We would have been.
You could have put a Tyson movie on there.
You could have put Brandy and Monica. If you just said Brandy and Monica, I would have been like, okay, fine.
God Almighty, that was crazy.
Daddy just broke the whole. That
was crazy.
Hey, that's why I went first.
Somebody go.
Good job, Danny.
I'm begging somebody.
Go ahead. Danny, that's enough. We get it. Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead, man.
Good job, Danny. My God.
All right, I'm gonna try to be quick, but first I gotta say, like, my RIPs to the Commodores, who, if Lionel Richie doesn't leave, then they're pushing, for the top 5.
I would have made fun of you then.
The Supremes, the Prototype.
Okay.
But these aren't on my list.
Man, just say your list.
Just say your list.
Yeah, man. Come on. We do the runners.
You can do the honorable mentions afterwards. We all do the
honorable mentions.
All right. I got the Isley Brothers.
Number 5. Okay.
Yeah,
he said no order, but there's not no order, right?
Nah, you can't. Listen, man, come on.
Okay, if you want to do it order wise, Isley Brothers, the Jackson 5. What's so funny? I'm not gonna say NSYNC, I promise.
No, I'm laughing at just. Section chocolate. Could have had section chocolate. You would have been better off.
Section chocolate.
All right, so I got the Isley Brothers, and then who was the Jackson 5. And then it was really hard, man, but I put Boyz II Men 3. I put New Edition number 2, and then the Temptations, the Prototype, as number 1.
Okay, I was like, who is your number 1? Oh my god,
that's a strong number 1 and number 2. That's a strong number.
All right, go ahead, Kev.
Should I keep my original list before Javon, gave me the information in the middle of the show, or should I just, put my ad
you
on
got
it?
on the show and it said top 5 R&B groups.
That
ain't enough information for you.
And then you said men and women, so I didn't even.
Does it specify the list?
All right, I'm gonna go with my original list then.
Hey, you got a spice
number 5.
No, that's you, Danny.
Number 5, Tony Tone. Number 4, Drew Hill. Number 3, Jodeci. Number 2, Boys to Men. And number 1, New Edition.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I might left out. Obviously, number 5 was originally TLC, but you know.
All right, I'll go.
Who was number 1?
New Edition.
Okay.
All right.
Morgan.
Number 5. Number 5. I'm gonna go with the Temptations. Number 4, the Isley Brothers. Number 3, Boys to Men. Number 2, Jackson 5. Number 1, New Edition.
All right, hold on.
Look at Morgan. He
Isley Brothers.
Morgan doing this
Number
list
3.
right now.
What was number 3? Get my list on my phone. Shut up. What I hate y'all niggas, man. What is number 3, man? Y'all know I gotta fight
Morgan had to
Boys
see everybody
to
else's
Men,
list so
man.
he know what to do.
Nigga, what are you talking about? My list been up here.
Morgan ain't do no research.
What is number 3, bro? What is number 3?
Morgan had to see 3 lists, so he said, yeah, I know I'm gonna get them now.
Y'all niggas retarded. What is number 3?
Morgan, I got it. It's in the chat, man. It's in the
God
chat.
almighty, man. Y'all know I type these joints in every week. Y'all,
I struggle with the OJs, man. I was really trying. I couldn't though.
y'all be coming up with this.
Morgan,
Soul to soul.
yeah, he said Morgan had PM Dawn on his list.
Hey, yo. Morgan had Milli Vanilli on the number 5, man. Go ahead, Morgan.
All right. Number 5.
Say you had
I'll do
CNC
them and then I'll
Music
type it.
Factory.
I'll do them and then I'll type it. Number 5, TLC. Number 4, Boys to Men. Number 3, Jackson 5. Number 2, New Edition. Number 1, the Isley Brothers. I'll type it in now.
Maybe because we still in sync fatigue, but we're gonna talk about this Isley Brothers over the New Edition. We understand it. We get it. But
Who put that was Greg, you put Isley Brothers over New Edition, right?
No, Morgan did. I
Wait, who was your number 1, Greg? Temptations.
He said Prototype, which is like that's a good argument.
I don't have a problem with the Isley Brothers being high, but like for me, New Edition not only was like the modern prototype, like Temptations was the prototype, but New Edition was the modern prototype. And on top of that, they were so talented, they all split and did amazing stuff and came back.
Yeah, and you can't
have bangers.
You can't dismiss the fact that like they incorporated hip hop like early on, like before people were even mixing the two. So it was like
this is
a hip hop R&B group, pretty much.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And, like my only thing with them is like when you like if you want to compare them to the Isley Brothers, that's why it was so hard for me to put them in numbers. Like the Isley Brothers' career has spanned so like a half
more than 40 years, bro.
Yeah, and then like they still okay with music making. We saw them against Earth, Wind, and Fire in the Versus.
And they mashed them. They mashed them too.
Oh man, he's stupid, man.
Mister. Telling you, he had Sons of Funks on there before he changed it.
Yeah, you stupid. It was hard for me to put like a female group because I was trying to figure out what female group I could put in front of the people that I had on my list.
Right.
Yeah. And I just couldn't put TLC above the Temptations. I couldn't put them over Boys to Men. I couldn't put them over the Isley Brothers. I definitely couldn't put them over the Jackson 5.
Did y'all see that?
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think the Supremes, like I thought I spent a lot of time thinking about the Supremes today because like they were the prototype, like girl group for
I agree for forever.
Oh yeah.
And so it was like
it's a good song, Just.
And they said an incredible amount of records too.
Yeah. So it was like them, but then TLC was like such a juggernaut.
TLC had to go on mine, bro, because they were it's similar to the New Edition argument that y'all were making. Like for modern age for the modern age, TLC changed the game in so many ways that it was insane. Like their mark on R&B and the culture is.
But that's why I couldn't put I couldn't put them over the Temptations, because when you look at the Temptations,
hurry up, mute him before he gets his question.
All right, go ahead, man.
I want to ask An's question.
NSYNC is a pop group. Is that the answer to your question?
No, listen. Okay. So you're telling me that No Scrubs is R&B, but Gone isn't?
We didn't say
that. This ain't the argument, Danny. This ain't the argument, Danny.
The problem is that you have NSYNC on your list at all. That is the problem.
No. I got you.
So there's a difference between
Gone is
R&B
an R&B. No. Gone is an R&B song. Absolutely an R&B song. But it's one song on a whole CD that's pop.
You can put NSYNC on your list. It's fine. It's too late now. But comparing them to these other,
but they're a pop group though. Like, do you consider Backstreet Boys an R&B group?
TLC is not a pop group.
No, they're R&B.
No.
They're
R&B. They're an R&B group that dabbles
just like New Edition. Like New Edition. New Edition did both.
Just like everybody on the list, like everybody's name crossed over.
Hey, when we just talking about this, somebody gonna put Silk in their list. I told you somebody's gonna put Silk in their list. Who is that?
Is it a Facebook user? I wouldn't put my name in there either.
It might be my boy Derek, bro.
I told you somebody was gonna put Silk. Yo, dude.
I don't know, but I'm astonished though.
I tried to tell you. Here's the thing: like NSYNC they're a pop group, dude. Like they're pop, just like Backstreet Boys, just like Britney Spears. Britney Spears can sing R&B music, but she's still a pop singer. Christina Aguilera can sing R&B music, but she's a pop singer.
I mean,
like Usher is an R&B singer who crossed over and is he's a popular music act, but his music is R&B consistently.
So you mean like
somebody play the organs
or the content of the song is what you mean?
You can't tell the difference between a pop song and an R&B song?
Not if you're saying No Scrubs is R&B.
Again, you can't tell.
Why is No Scrubs not R&B?
Answer that, Daniel.
To me, it sounds like a pop song. No Scrubs sounds like a.
It would be.
I don't wanna.
See how you singing that R&B tune?
You see how that soul. You see how that soul. You see how that soul.
Soul that came out of you. Came out of your soul.
Yeah. How is that any different than nothing I'm gonna say?
Boy, you sound like you auditioning for a tire commercial.
I just told you though.
If y'all say so.
No, I'm listen to me.
Well,
you can be a pop.
If you want them to be, I'm sure they've won a lot of BET awards and stuff.
Tearing up my heart when I'm with you. And I don't know the words.
I don't want to pepper spray.
No, you know the words.
We are alive. I feel it too.
That's not R&B. That's not R&B.
All right, man.
Listen, man.
Hold on to the dream.
You could have. You should have put Backstreet Boys up there too.
Nah, you can't put Backstreet Boys over in
or New Kids on the Block. You should have put New Kids on the Block up there. New
Kids on the Block to me is a pop group.
Or Milli Vanilli.
Wait a minute. Hold on. New Kids on
the Block is
a pop group, but not
NSYNC, is it?
Maybe I don't know their songs, but
what is NSYNC's most famous song?
Bye Bye Bye.
Is that pop or R&B?
Song
it's R&B. They're literally saying, "Yo, bye bye." It's a breakup song. Bye 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 is a breakup song.
That is the worst.
Bye Bye.
Hold on. No. Excuse me.
Bye Bye is a pop song. The R&B is rhythm and blues, not rights and badges.
Did you just say that?
Is hold on. The actual lyrics in the song is what's the deal with this pop life and what's it all about? That's literally what he says.
Bro, I can't believe you just said that, Danny.
That's dirty pop.
Oh no, that's
hey,
pop.
The poll is up in the group, y'all.
They're talking about being pop stars.
Give them votes this week, y'all. I kept the recency bias.
Bye 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 is a breakup song.
And we should break up with this topic of insult.
God, dog, dude. I would have rather Danny. I wish you had put Silk.
That's more. Bye 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 according to Danny is rights and badges. They ain't even rhythm.
I wish you had put Silk.
I wanted it to be only black groups, then y'all should have said that, and my list would have been.
That's not what it is. How do you feel like NSYNC can be over TLC, New Edition, The
They sold more records
Temptations.
than everybody.
Flash and
They
the
what?
Five Horsemen got more soul than NSYNC. Bruh.
Tell that to Timbaland. Tell Timbaland that.
I will.
Timbaland
Bring
got
it over
paid.
to my house. I would
Danny,
gladly tell him.
you can't be serious in thinking Bye 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 is R&B and not pop.
If no scrubs is R&B, then Bye 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 is definitely R&B also.
But No Scrubs ain't a pop song.
You still
It's
haven't
always
really
a
given us a reason why No Scrubs is a pop song. The only thing you did
The
is sing
tempo-
to
the
it.
beat-
Javon, we
the
will be here
tempo-
all night waiting for that reason.
The beat and the tempo is not a slow jam R&B song.
Oh
But
no,
wait,
R&B
hold on.
isn't just slow songs.
Time out.
Wait. So
Yeah,
wait.
that's what
So
I'm
hold on.
That's
Hold on.
what
I
I'm
got
saying.
this.
So
I
how
got
is-
this. I got
How
this.
is Bye 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 and
Hey,
I got this. So what's Don't Be Cruel by Bobby
hey,
Brown?
Greg. hold on. Hey, Greg.
I can't see.
Hold
What you
on.
got?
You got
Is it liquor?
you gotta take it off,
Listen,
man.
hold
Yeah,
on,
I got
hold
some. I got some liquor.
I
He
got some liquor back here too, man. Golly, boy. I got some liquor back here too, because this boy got
I'm
me.
gonna have to go.
Danny,
Danny,
you
you
look-
on a late night store run.
Danny, are you looking? You see?
Danny don't care.
okay?
Hold on.
I didn't say that it was. I didn't say that it wasn't. I said to me
Yes.
they sound like similar. I said if No Scrubs is a R&B song, then Bye 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 is an R&B.
Danny, did you
Can
see
I-
me
can
do
I-
that in real time?
Can
I
I
know
ask a
what
question?
I know
Can I
what
ask a-
they're classified as. I'm
Hold
just
on,
saying,
Danny. Can I ask a question?
The content of the song is about breaking up a relationship, right?
Yeah, but do you see this?
That's rhythm and blues. That's the
Danny.
definition of the word.
No, you didn't.
So then,
No,
so then,
you
so
didn't.
50% of country music
No,
is
you
R&B.
didn't.
Danny.
No,
If we
'cause
talking
they
about
don't have
comic
the
books or
rhythm.
something,
It's
please.
not- they don't
Danny.
have the rhythm.
Danny.
No, you didn't. See,
You're
that's how I know
joking,
Danny
right?
got 2 left feet.
Danny, do you really think that? Hold on. Do you really think there's no fast song, aren't fast R&B song?
No, that's not what I said. I said that No Scrubs sounds like a pop song to me. And
Okay, that's
it's in the-
great.
It's in the same genre. To me, it sounds the same as Bye Bye Bye. To me, those songs sound similar.
Man, if you put Bye 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 in my car, I'm gonna push you out of my car.
Right.
If you put
Right.
No Scrubs in my
No, he
car,
not. This Danny. This is
Listen,
Danny. He
Danny.
not trolling. He not
No,
trolling.
this ain't. I think he's
Dude,
dead serious,
he
y'all.
dead.
Y'all don't
serious
think?
on this.
Listen, if you ain't been watching the show long, if you didn't
Right.
know that this man is genuine and
Danny,
how
you
he
did see
feels,
you saw that though, right? You saw me type in both songs and what?
I saw what you Googled, but that could be
And
classification.
you saw what he Googled.
I saw
Google
what
it
you
yourself.
Googled.
Google it yourself.
No,
It shows the
I
screen.
listen. I know that, but one group is white and one group is black, so they're going to be classified differently. I'm saying when I listen,
there are
What?
white people.
I
There are
listen
white
to-
people that
What?
is R&B.
I'm
Like,
saying when I listen to the songs, they sound like the same genre of music. That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
so are you
according
saying
to
that
you,
you've
Elvis is
ever
just singing
heard,
polka.
like, you've ever had like any verifiable proof, like when NSYNC was at the top of their game, and you went and watched the Grammys, was NSYNC being nominated in the R&B category?
I'm not. Does the Grammys have an R&B category?
Yes.
I don't.
Danny.
I don't know. Listen, I'm telling you what I hear and what
So
I
yeah,
feel.
so y'all,
I'm
how y'all
not
think about
telling
that?
how you
Equalizer
feel
3 trailer?
inside you.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm
can't-
I'm just telling you.
You gotta be joking.
but we're
bro.
not talking
Gotcha.
about feelings though. Like we talk about
That's what
actuality.
R&B is about. It's about feelings.
Listen, yes, R&B is
Rhythm.
about music is about feelings, dude. Like I don't know what to tell you. but
Rhythm
music
and blues
is about feeling.
Not rights
But
and
that's
not
not-
rights
Hey,
and
that's
violence.
not-
Jamari
that's
made a
not
good
what
point.
classifies-
John B is R&B, dude. That's
John
a
B's
white dude.
R&B.
Yeah.
John
Uh,
B, one of the
He
half whitest
absolutely
people
is.
we know.
He absolutely is.
Jesus.
All right, Michael Jackson.
I guess New Jack Swing is just rock
Michael
and roll,
Jackson
huh?
is the king of
R&B?
pop.
So he don't sing R&B?
Who?
Cool.
Michael
Michael
Jackson is
Yes, he does.
yeah, he sings
He does.
R&B.
But
What's
he's
the
called
difference?
the king of pop.
He's
Tell
a
me what's
pop
the
star who
Tell
dabbles
me
in
what's the
R&B.
difference. Tell me what's the
Okay,
difference.
can I
We
say
just
something?
did.
Hold on. No,
we
no.
literally
Time
just
out.
did.
Time out. Can I step in?
Go ahead, Jerome.
Michael Jackson's music when he first started out was R&B. It was classified as R&B. It
Yes,
wasn't
he was,
classified as pop.
Black.
As he got more
was, Phil.
popular,
He's black.
his music transcended R&B and became
that's
pop.
Oh, so pop is
But-
is over R&B?
No,
No, pop
means
is
popular music.
I know what pop means.
Well, you just asked.
You just asked.
You said transcendent, which means that it rose above, right? I'm asking you if
into the because
opinion,
R&B is generally
above-
R&B is generally considered like black folks music. If we're gonna keep it real, generally considered black folks music.
Justin Timberlake. I'm not gonna argue for Justin Timberlake. I'm not gonna do this.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Danny.
You already doing
Danny.
it, bro. You
Show
might
your
as well
colors,
do it.
Danny. Show your colors, Danny.
I'm asking you. You saying Eminem is top 5 rapper? I'm out. Good night.
What did you say?
Yeah, you need to go. He'll be back.
What did you say?
Whoa, Sean.
He
you
said
got
Eminem is a top 5
I thought
rapper.
it was something else, dude. I
just-
I saw J5 and I thought it was something else. I swear there was another group called J5 or something.
No, it was
Jurassic
B5.
Five?
It was B5.
B5, that's the group.
Yeah.
I saw it and I thought of that real quick. I was like, B5.
Danny could have put the iteration of the Jacksons when it was 7 of them, and that would have been better. Jesus Christ! Like,
I love my brother.
I really would have rather immature or that. I was like,
what was Michael Jackson nephews called? What were they called?
3T?
JT5, 3T.
Yeah, I would rather you put 3T. You could put 3T. You could put.
There's so many other choices.
We about to start naming Shy.
Shy. I would have been like, okay, cool. Shy. Menudo.
You could have put Menudo.
Yeah, he
Right.
said Menudo.
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah,
Jamar made a good point. Usher is the modern version of that. Usher did R&B music until his music crossed over. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about
We-
pop
we-
music is you can't control what's gonna, like get picked up by the white radio stations, the white, video stations, all that. You can't control it. It literally, like, I don't use the word transcend just because it makes it sound like you're moving to like a higher level, but it's like it's an exposure, like your exposure level is different, right? So like pop music, like there's different ways to define it. So I can see how it could be a little bit cloudy. But my thing was like, if he would have said like the John B, where it's like this dude is clearly making R&B music, but I don't know. When NSYNC and them came out, I just wanted to slap people. Like that music was not resonating. And I went
To kind of add,
Gone. Gone is a good
I like
song.
Gone. To add on to Javon's point and kind of like tag on to what Greg is saying, when you transcend R&B into pop, it's not it is necessarily the music, but it's mostly the person. Like Javon said, Michael was R&B until his music was just so popular, it was categorized as pop at one point.
Right, but when they were in the studio, they were making R&B songs.
Right. He was making New Jack Swing songs in the 90s. Like
there's a sound to pop.
But yeah, man, it's gonna get the ladies in there. Hit it.
There's a sound to pop music. So I can understand why he thinks in his head that they sound similar, No Scrubs and Bye Bye Bye.
You're a good friend, Morgan.
They don't.
Yeah, you real good, bro.
I look. I'm being honest. I can understand where he's coming from, though I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Like I think they don't sound alike to me. There's clear singing on one, and
I need a drink.
what about all of the songs? So the groups that could not make our list. Let's just go there because man,
I
tried.
Everybody who y'all name kind of like missed the mark on my list, and I think it's just more so just like for me.
I tried so hard to put In Vogue on there, man. I was trying.
Yeah,
I grew up in the time. I grew up in the in a time of my life where like a lot of the music or the people that's on my list is still getting played. I'm not saying that the Idols nobody else getting played, but I'm just talking about like
it is.
I just got to single out right now.
I'm just saying.
That's why they my number one.
Just like the new additions.
But I couldn't put them over New Edition though. The only reason like I said, New Edition is the prototype. This is what ironically enough, NSYNC. Hold on. It's the prototype of the modern group, like NSYNC and Backstreet and Boyz II Men and Jodeci and all them dudes.
Guy that did New Edition, who was the mastermind behind them, ended up doing New Kids on the Block, which
Right.
turns into
Right.
Menudo, all them dudes. So
yeah. So I get it there. My thing is like with the Isleys. So New Edition, and they're my favorite. If we would have been picking favorites, they would have been number one. But like for them, I'm looking at like their music. Does it travel the same way the Isley Brothers music travel?
New Edition music don't travel.
Not like so. I'm talking about the Isley Brothers got songs that people know.
I'm gonna be back here,
but they didn't know that the Isley Brothers made the song. Like,
I mean,
making music since the 50s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, but we gonna act like Candy Girl ain't played like now.
We gonna act like Poison. We not gonna act like the
Telephone Man. He said travels.
He said travel.
New Edition's music.
If it isn't love,
you can't play that. You can't just play any. Well, I ain't gonna say any, but New Edition's music. You can't just play that anywhere, and people lose it. Y'all looking funny.
Yeah, I'm looking funny at you.
Yeah, we're looking funny.
Really? Like, if it isn't love, don't drop right now. People will start dancing. What you talking about?
Poison still get rotation
in certain places. Yeah.
Like where? Like where can you play?
What bar mitzvah? Nobody playing New Edition.
Time out. Where can you play Ronald Isley that you can't play New Edition?
Are you serious?
I'm actually very
serious. Dude, you can go to any black cookout and play both.
People that were making music 3 generations before New Edition.
I didn't say that they
weren't making music. If you play the Isleys for my mama versus if you play New Edition,
you don't think you can play that? You can't play New Edition for your mama.
It's not gonna hit the same as.
It's not gonna hit the same as the Isley
Brothers, but she still like it.
But that's not
as much.
Just in Greg's point.
Yeah, but okay, I get you. I got you. I can play. You could play New Edition for people like the generation
that's
now.
That's it, right there. What Jamari said. Sorry to cut you off. New Edition music is black.
Let's not act like Ronald Isley. Like the Isley Brothers are black famous too, people. Just like you said. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why they black famous. Because you just said you could play music for people and they don't know that the Isley Brothers did it until you tell them. That means that it ain't famous enough in the name for that person to know. They might know.
No, that
music.
means
New Edition ain't black famous, y'all. Y'all need to stop that, dude.
It means the songs are so old that people forgot who made them.
New Edition is in that category too. Like you think you're talking like New Edition wasn't like was like 10 years ago. New Edition's like 20, 25.
The reason I put the Isley New Edition's number 2 on my list for that reason, but I put the Isley Brothers over them. I put the Isley Brothers over them. I put the Isley Brothers over New Edition.
Almost got you again.
Almost got me in trouble.
I put the Isley Brothers over New Edition because of the longevity. Like to be able to literally put out music classics and platinum records for over 40 years.
Right. I'm giving to him.
Can I say something?
And then we don't even need to talk about
Scrub Earth, Wind and Fire.
Can I say something?
Huh?
Can I say an actual question or a statement? Is it the Isley Brothers or is it Ronald Isley?
No, it's Isley
Brothers.
Ronald Isley by himself with Kells just being keeping it a band.
Because
the music that they were making, that wasn't Ronald.
What's the biggest song? Okay, I know we're talking about the Isley Brothers, but what's the biggest song in the Gap Band library?
In the Gap Band?
The Gap Band library. What's the biggest song?
What, Outstanding?
Outstanding. Charlie Wilson can sing.
That's not y'all. Listen, man. Y'all.
I'm making.
No, not you, Kevin. Eddie.
I'm making the statement that it's some fact like, man, like it's powerful as the Isley Brother is, man. It's like it's only as powerful as Ronald Go. Have we not seen that?
Bro.
Have we not seen that?
That's not my argument. No. I can't.
I can't.
I'm not gonna piggyback on
like,
that.
Nah, you ain't got.
But I disagree. I disagree that you can't play New Edition. You can play New Edition around white folks, and they'll at least know one or two of the songs.
Some white folks, not all white.
Just like not all white folks don't know about the Isley Brothers. Why we acting like? Come on now, y'all gotta stop, man. I gotta stop, dude. I gotta stop, man.
Bro.
I don't know what to tell you. I wish we could do this in real life. Just roll up to somebody and be like, play that. And you just play both songs. And they could be like, okay, I heard that one before. Like, I honestly would say that the I mean, Ronald Isley had the longer career. Absolutely, I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
100%.
But if we
There's
gonna
nobody
talk
touching
like,
him on that.
if we ain't gonna say that New Edition is black famous and the Isley brothers ain't black famous.
Yeah,
Like the Isley brothers are black famous too.
I don't know.
White folk don't know the name Isley brothers until you tell them.
I don't know about that, Javon.
And New Edition too.
Listen, man. Okay, so because this was another thing that I wanted to.
Eddie, stop. You ain't test this.
And I love New Edition.
I'm that for clicks right now.
Eddie, you lying. You tested this.
I love New Edition, but
you testing?
Isley brothers are more talented. Like we just got to be honest. Like New Edition have multiple people that.
Well, one is a band and the other one is a group.
Right. So I'm saying like Ernie, Ernie Isley.
But they don't know it's the Isley brothers.
His guitar riffs. It's like he's a game changer in like the guitar playing business. Like this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fine.
They created.
I agree with you.
New Edition basically showed up, and Ralph sang all the parts. And
they ain't create no sound either. That everybody ain't been.
Them kids, the kids didn't. The producers and the people that made their music and wrote their music did, but they didn't.
I think the reason Isley Brothers is number one on my list is because their catalog can't be matched, their longevity can't be matched, their talent is.
The Temptations catalog is just as long as the Isley Brothers, dude. Go check.
Their career ain't.
Their career.
Well, that's the difference, though.
But so you mean to so what we saying? We can't play no Temptation in the crowded room, and don't nobody know not a Temptation song.
Nobody.
Temptations more famous. More famous.
What I'm saying is the Isley Brothers.
That's why
catalog,
I put the Temptations number one.
If I was talking catalog, like if the Temptations were here, right, and let's say there was a versus battle for the Isley Brothers versus the Temptations, I'm taking the Isley Brothers, just like I took the Isley Brothers for Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's a different argument for a different day, bro.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Morgan. That's a different argument for a different day.
Why?
You talking about the Temptations that got to dig in a bag versus the Isley Brothers with just like hits on top of hits. That was my nobody is saying that, but what I'm saying is to Javon's point and to like whatever Greg is saying, we're not about to sit here and act like we have never been to a black barbecue and heard both the Isleys or New Edition. And
we talk about
like
you can turn on the TV. They like the Isley Brothers music is in commercials, like it's everywhere.
So is New Edition.
Which one? Which one?
If it isn't love, if it isn't love, or Can You Stand the Rain is their biggest radio spins. And even if you go down to their splinter groups got bigger hits than what they got, bruh. Poison.
I'm not.
Don't be cruel. Every little step.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I said, New Edition is my favorite, but they don't like. It's like comparing.
Would you? To me, okay. To me, a versus is usually a good barometer. Who are you putting against the Isley Brothers in a versus?
In a versus, I'm putting New Edition.
What group?
I'm putting New Edition.
They getting more.
No, I mean they did. Didn't they do Earth, Wind, and Fire? They did
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
They scrubbed Earth, Wind, and Fire,
and they killed Earth, Wind, and Fire.
They scrubbed them. It wasn't close.
That's because Maurice White did. We ain't about to sit here and play that.
No, it was the songs, man. It wasn't the singers,
bro.
Even though Ronald still holds.
And that's no disrespect to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
9,000 years.
That versus is one of my favorites. Steve hosted that joint. I watched almost all of that joint. But the Isley Brothers, I knew when they got out on the stage, I said, this is not gonna go. I don't know what they think about it happen, but
listen, I'm not saying I'm gonna hang my head low, and I'm not saying they're gonna go for an uppercut or a knockout, but New Edition can challenge Ronald Isley and the Isley Brothers, but I'm not about to sit up here and play that.
Can I say this though? Can I say this though? Real talk. If it's a versus, New Edition can challenge because they can pull in from all their groups. Like BBD, Johnny Gill.
They pull stuff from when we was children.
Bobby Brown got. I'm just saying, Bobby Brown got
like four strong songs. Yeah,
but you only need 15.
Thank you. You only need a solid 15.
That's the verse.
But the Isley Brothers has 50 years and the joints with R. Kelly.
Okay, you changing the argument.
We can leave
R. Kelly out of it, but if
you moving the goalposts though. You asked about a versus. Time out. You asked about a verses. A verses is only like 15, 20 songs. Then you start, well, their catalog is longer. I ain't never said their catalog wasn't longer. I literally said they got a longer career. My argument was about them being black famous. You can't say they black famous when people know who Bobby Brown is. People know who Belle Biv DeVoe is.
No.
Know who Johnny Gill is. They know who New Edition is. Like white folks know who New Edition is. Hold on. My wife works at a company that's predominantly white, and they have these events where they have like they party and everything, and they play Poison. They play If It Isn't Love. They play their joints, and they know the songs.
Okay, let me black this up a little bit. Who is the second best rap group of all time?
Second best?
Because you already know who I'm gonna say who the best is. So who the second best rap?
I don't know.
I don't know who you're gonna say the best is.
That's what made this.
That's a good question. You're gonna see Run DMC?
What? No, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is one of the best rap group of all time.
No, they're not. But okay.
Wu-Tang not the best. Who better than Wu-Tang?
I'm not in this.
When you say group, so here's my thing, because people always say that.
Because I had this argument with somebody.
Had two good albums. They had one great album, one all right album, and so a lot of their best stuff is not even in the group format. So
Wu-Tang music don't travel?
Huh?
So Wu-Tang music don't travel?
You don't have to put words in my mouth, man. I just told you what it is. No. Like when we're talking about a group, that's a posse, that's a crew. You can call it whatever.
Are we talking about, because does Outkast count as a group?
Outkast
count as a group? Outkast is a better group than Wu-Tang, bro.
A Tribe Called Quest, I'll take personally any day over the Wu, and I love the Wu.
Dude.
De La Soul.
I take Meth and Red over.
My reason for this argument,
I mean, rap groups for me
before y'all start stepping on it, is because the simple fact that like we're not about to sit here and act like that both Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, Outkast, and Wu-Tang, that people of all colors and different racial backgrounds, or just whoever it is, don't know who both is. Correct?
I don't know. Tribe Called Quest might be a little more black famous.
I don't think.
No,
not Tribe.
Tribe got worldwide acclaim. Like
I didn't say it don't have. Okay.
No.
I know what you're saying, Javon.
There's straight up white people.
I believe there are. I mean, of all these groups, I'm sure there are white people that like the groups. I'm talking about the average white person that you're walking down the street.
Tribe Called Quest is up for nomination for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. There's a lot of
black famous groups don't really get that type, especially hip hop. They don't get that type of view to even be put on the ballot.
The purple tape.
Thank you, Moore. Thank you, S. Moore.
Yeah, you can divide them up, but under the Wu-Tang Clan, it's 1.5 good albums.
Don't do
it. It is.
I'm not in it.
I'm staying out of that one.
Say a long time ago.
I'm gonna let Greg take that one.
I'm out of that. Greg got that.
I just said Outkast is a better group.
I ain't got nothing to contribute to that.
All I'm saying is the main argument was that if you play New Edition one place, either people not gonna know who the Isley Brothers is, or if you play Isley Brothers, people not gonna know who New Edition is. People gonna know who.
We know overall it's gonna be generational. I think we can all agree on that, right? So New Edition, it's not like my grandmother might not know some New Edition songs. My mom might not know some New Edition songs. You'll know them, but every generation knows the Isley Brothers songs. All of them.
But every generation can jump to If It Isn't Love, because like I said, as many hits that they got under their belt, If It Isn't Love is one of their most biggest spin joints.
I mean, I think.
Make sure y'all go vote. The list is up in the group.
But please vote for me. I need them W's.
No, don't vote.
Yeah, I mean, like I hear you, and I like looking at it from my lens. Yeah, nobody's bigger than New Edition. For the time that they came out, where I was as a human, all of that. But when you're looking at the overall span, like there's so many hip hop groups that have sampled the Isley Brothers. There's so many movies that have used Isley Brothers songs, commercials, like it's
their biggest songs are literally timeless. Like literally, that joint came out in the '60s, and that Between the Sheets is still. It literally leaves my baby making music playlist.
Absolutely, no, I'm not arguing that at all. Absolutely.
Footsteps in the Dark, Journey to Atlantis. Journey to Atlantis, I will play that, and man, there will never be a time I don't play that song. They have.
Let's go Hawks.
Oh man. Anyway, I'm about to go listen to them now.
Well, for me, it's not about who has more hits. When you say black famous, like I'll tell you, like
I didn't say that,
like,
by the way.
I know, but like Jodeci is black famous.
Facts.
Like Jodeci is black famous. Like I mean, I know we don't like to, but you know, most people outside of black people can probably name one Jodeci song if they tried hard. That's black famous to me. New Edition ain't that, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're in that same arena as Boys to Men. But I'll tell you, like a lot of their, like, whereas Boys to Men, like their music crossed over. So like End of the Road, like that's probably their biggest hit. That song was
No, I'll Make Love to You. Wasn't I'll Make Love to You like wasn't I'll Make Love to You on the charts for like 18? Like
it might have
End of the Road is up there though, because they used to play that because think about how many times like for high school graduations and all, you know, End of the Road was played.
End of the Road
all
was
of that.
Their juggernaut. Like whatchamacallit? Gladys Knight remade it. Like it's, you know, so I mean, saying that, I can say that a lot of New Edition's best songs, I don't think they ever crossed over the way Boys to Men best songs did.
Okay,
like, that's cool. New Edition?
Yeah.
No, I mean, because they were a juggernaut. Like you said, they were literally a juggernaut.
But wait a minute, hold on. Can I say this? Because wait a minute. Because if that's the case, isn't Boys to Men a splinter from New Edition because Michael Bivins discovered them?
Not really a splinter. They were influenced by New Edition.
Yeah. I wouldn't say yeah.
They're not a splinter though. He just like that was his label. That was under his label.
Okay, I just want because I'm about to say
they were just influenced by New Edition.
Okay.
Well, Michael, you know, did a lot. Michael Bivins, you know, did a lot in the beginning, but you can honestly say that who was it? Babyface, Dallas Austin, they were the ones making them hits.
Okay.
Like they were the ones writing and producing those hits.
Very, very fair. Very fair. I can't argue that.
But that's what I mean. I don't know, man. It's just interesting. Like I'm trying to figure out like as much like they're more well known. I would say they're probably more famous than New Edition, but New Edition had more influence. That makes sense.
Yeah, New Edition.
Oh yeah, okay,
So,
okay, yeah.
The thing, and I know I'm always talking about how old I am, but like they weren't playing rap on like hardly any station, even like black stations weren't really playing rap. And so New Edition came out with Candy Girl, and they did their little line, and that shit was like magic for I don't know, maybe I was 8 at the time or whatever, but it was like these young kids and they coming out and they rapping a little bit. And before that, we like all the groups we had seen were like in kind of like that Temptation kind of form where, you know, you standing
Sean
up.
said nobody sampled New Edition. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
When you say sample, what you mean? Because
I guess he going to the argument that kind of like Greg and Morgan was making a little bit earlier about like Isley Brothers music has traveled because of the samples that they had. You know,
but I mean, Boyz II Men did "Can You Stand the Rain?" What's the other song?
Well, that's so just to clarify,
it's not a sample. I know it's not a sample.
But I don't think that's. I mean, if you really look at it, in the 80s, a lot of that mid 80s music, the synth pop, you know, like the synthesizers and like some of the stuff, like people, like when I was making music, I wasn't like, yo, let me get some of that 80s stuff to sample. You know, the rich stuff was like the 60s, the 70s.
It was OJ's, Isleys, and James Brown.
James Brown, the Jacksons, like all of them. So, I mean, but again, like New Edition, game changer. I feel like somebody said it. Sean, I think, said they didn't really get their crossover exposure until they split up. And I can give you that. Like they did what Earth Angel on the Karate Kid, the second Karate Kid movie. and that was kind of like a little bit of a crossover thing. They were like, we loved them, but they didn't like spill over the way, like Bobby did when he on his second album, because Bobby's first album was quite forgettable.
First album or his second album?
No, his first album was forgettable. His only hot song on there was "Girlfriend."
I Need a Girlfriend, yeah. And then that second one, and again, who's
Don't Be Cruel
with? Babyface, Babyface, Teddy Riley, and
they had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis too. I mean, for all these, the one thing I will say that the Isley Brothers was the Isley Brothers. Fact. Like that was them making the music. Most of the other groups
lost to the Hawks.
Yeah, they lost. Trey Young hit a big three.
As soon as I seen Javon shaking his head, I said, "Damn."
I mean, I don't know what you want. The only way they were going to win was if Trey Young had a phenomenal game. Facts. And he had a phenomenal game. I mean, he hit him in the eye. But can they do it two more times? I don't know.
King of Stage was trash, and the only song on there that was hot was "Girlfriend." Come on now, we ain't about to play this game. "Don't Be Cruel" was a banger for a reason.
Yeah, that first album was like a bomb. Like, remember, people was like, "Yo, he didn't need to go."
Yeah, he need to go back and crawl back and get that job back.
Ralph was mad because he took his whole thing. He was like, "I was going to do that."
Yeah.
But
wait a minute. If we talking about, I guess I don't want to say songs that travel because that's a bad argument against the Isley Brothers. What about Guy? Do Guy got travel weight?
Guy
got one album, dude.
From the standpoint that they like Teddy created a whole subgenre of music, I would say it has to travel to an extent, right? Because there's so much of that music that is like remnants, like it's in other people's music. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, all this just proves that Babyface is the man. I just want to point out Babyface is the greatest, to me, greatest songwriter, producer ever.
Better than Steve.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I said besides
man, if you don't shut up. I've never told you to shut up, Greg, but
besides, so he better than Prince.
You on one tonight, Javon.
Prince is an amazing songwriter, but the breadth
producer
and the breadth of Babyface's catalog to me is way bigger and better than Prince. I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say he did. You do the same thing Morgan do. If I say X, you say don't say that. Well, Y doesn't have it too. I'm saying that Babyface.
I know, but I'm saying you can put Prince's catalog. Prince got a catalog, bro.
You can put Prince up against Babyface. I'm not saying
Babyface.
You could definitely
that's like an avalanche. That's like an avalanche, though.
No, it's a Rocky. It's Rocky Apollo, Rocky 2, bro. It is not an avalanche.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Actually, it's out. We need to find two dainty men that fight.
Or no, okay, better yet, no. Okay.
What?
It's Prince we talking about, bro. Like Prince used to have sessions where they just play all freaking night.
I didn't say that Prince wasn't a great producer. I mean, if we want to keep it a buck, there, Stevie got hits too.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But your argument is saying that Babyface is.
I think Babyface is the greatest. I said for me.
Yeah,
I didn't. Okay. I was talking about me.
That's why we arguing. So let's continue. Hey, we know what you said.
Hey, you got me.
Let us tell you how your opinion.
Tell me about my.
We about to tell you why you wrong.
I can drop, dude. This dude got every classic R&B album in the 90s, early 2000s.
That's what's up.
That's Babyface.
And Prince is Prince.
Well, give me some. Give me Prince outside of Prince's music.
Okay, so you want that for real?
That's Babyface too.
No, bro.
Tevin Campbell ain't even Babyface too.
But he helped Tevin Campbell with
some
songs,
talk
though.
as Babyface, ain't it?
It was both of them. It was both. Like actually, more Baby.
Can we talk?
Morgan had to go crank his internet.
You want the because I googled while we were listening. So
that's Babyface.
Talk that talk, Greg.
Prince, Stevie Nicks, Stand Back in 1983.
Tony Braxton.
You said you asked me to do something.
I know. I'm giving you one too. I'm going back and forth.
Oh, I didn't know we were going back and forth.
Oh, okay, all right.
Go ahead.
Jimmy
Go
Jam.
on.
Jimmy
Go
Jam.
on.
Hold on, Babyface was working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis too.
Who? Okay. So who did Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis come up under?
Was it? It was Prince, though, right?
It definitely was Prince.
It was definitely Prince.
Okay, that's fine. That's great.
They were with. Hold on.
Hey, listen, that's
he
great.
was producing and writing their songs.
Hey, you know what? He
He
did a great job teaching them because they came out with some bangers.
Man,
there's a lot of people that came up with Babyface too.
More than the time.
That don't count though. You can't put Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's catalog under Prince just because they work with Prince. Get the hell out of here, man.
You got splinters. They splinters.
To use Kevin.
Get the hell out of here. No,
They
we not doing
splinters.
that.
You got Sheila
We ain't doing
Sheila
that.
E.
You did make the Splinter argument earlier now.
I didn't make the Splinter argument.
No, I know.
I made the Splinter argument.
Shaka Khan, I feel for you.
Oh, we on the same list. We're on the same list.
This whole soundtrack, sir.
Sugar Walls.
Waiting to
Sugar Walls.
I'm hold on End of the Road. We just talked about End of the Road. We just
the Bengals Manic Monday.
Manic Monday.
We just talked about End of the Road. What you want? I got Babyface did the 2.
No,
I'll make love to you.
I'm saying
I can just go.
Okay.
Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you.
Hold on. Y'all gonna make me wicked. You gonna make me wicked.
Go ahead, Wiki.
I want because we
Tevin Campbell, Round and Round.
But can we talk though? Can we talk? Is a bigger hit than Round and Round?
That's not the argument we making.
It's not bigger than nothing. It's not bigger
better song.
It's not bigger than Nothing Compares to You.
Talk, Greg.
I mean, okay, I'll make love. I mean, End of the Road is bigger and better.
End of the Road is bigger than what? It's not bigger than Purple Rain.
Again, you going outside. I mean, cool. We can go Purple Rain. Hold on. End of the Road was a bigger hit than Purple Rain.
No, it wasn't.
Absolutely.
No,
go check it.
No,
go check it.
I don't care. No, I don't care what the like. No. You don't care about that stuff. They may have sold more records, but
good for him. Then it's most successful. It's most successful. It's most successful. I mean, Purple Rain had a mediocre movie. What you want? It's a mediocre movie. It's okay. All right.
Boys, the Man ain't got no movies. Babyface ain't got no movies. I mean, come on, Prince got 3 movies, man.
Hey, Prince got 3 movies. You ain't heard of the other 2. Come on now.
Man, what's it called? No, hold on. What's it called? Burberry Hat and Life in the Cloud of the Blue Sun.
Hold on.
What's the movie's called?
But Prince, Babyface, don't be cruel. Every Little Step, Superwoman, It's No Crime. These are Grammy nominated songs, sir.
Oh, all the songs I just gave you were nominated songs.
He the one. When Can I See You Again? That's great. That one, sir.
No, I just said the songs that I was giving you were nominated.
I'm telling you, that one. I'll Make Love to You. 1.
Yeah, he's great.
You Mean the World to Me. 1.
Hold on. We gotta pause. Sean said something crazy. If that's the case, you saying Vanilla Ice was better than Illmatic. Boy, somebody blocked this man.
Where is Danny at? Because Danny probably would be like,
that
yes.
Is the weirdest analogy.
I think he's trying to say like sales. You know what I'm saying? Don't
he doing sales?
I mean, but in this case, yeah, sure. I mean, okay, but in this case,
okay, if we talking sales, that means you basically saying, Sean, that if we talking sales, then MC Hammer, the greatest rapper to ever live. If we talking sales,
I'm just saying, like,
man, this dude wrote
a song for Mama
Bush. Like he wrote songs for
When You Believe.
So many people.
Oh snap! Y'all still going? Jesus Christ!
And
I'm only hold on.
Let's be honest. Like Babyface had like a nice little strong run.
We ain't gonna act like he just ain't had a hit with old girl. What's the singer? Ella May just had a hit with her.
That's on trash.
That's on trash. That's on trash.
Where's the you have a good night, Greg. You have a good
I ain't about to kick him off.
No, I'm just saying. But no, for real.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Not the kickoff.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
It would be a
Don't
tough.
you dare. What'd you say?
Sorry. if Babyface and Prince banged heads, it would be tough. And
oh no, it'd be tough.
And I feel like Prince could take. I guess it depends on, what type of music you like or whatever. But Prince, like,
Ooh, Ted Babyface, that always in my heart. Oh man,
he getting moist. He said, "Babyface it on my heart." He said,
I need you to put that mic down.
Oh my God!
I need you to put the mic down.
He said,
right?
"Oh."
Just put it down.
He said, right? "Oh."
Just lower the mic.
Oh,
put it down.
Oh,
he said,
that word has never been spoken on this show. That word has never been spoken.
He said, Babyface did all my heart. He said, "Oh."
I didn't say that. You said that.
Bro, you can't.
I did not do that.
Bro, you can't just be breaking out boys.
That was the weirdest. You said that. You said that like you said it before. Like,
oh my God, bro, that crap caught me so off guard, bro.
I'm trying to figure out how the suffix one.
Yo, bro, you wildin',
so from what it seemed, from what I read, it sounded like they got up on them in the fourth, and they put Blake Griffin in, like thinking that it was over.
That's a different argument, Sean. That's a different argument. Like Prince sung Purple Rain, and it started raining. You're not gonna argue.
Prince is a better performer and a better singer, a better artist than Babyface. And I like Babyface.
That's
songs.
a different
I
argument.
like Babyface songs, but Prince is definitely better. But when you're talking about like hits, I mean, Can't Stop, LA by After 7.
Michael.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, I gotta get Bicycle.
Bicycle. He said, hold on. I'm looking for Babyface got songs with Lil Wayne up in this month.
Yeah, so that already.
Already you don't drop down a few pegs. I'm just saying too.
Digging on You. Like he did that whole album though. He did that whole Crazy Sexy Cool album.
Prince would never.
Excuse me. Prince did a whole album about Batman. All right. So don't you talk to me about Lil Wayne.
The greatest superhero soundtrack of all time.
It wasn't a better soundtrack than Waiting to Exhale, sir. I'm just keeping it a buck. Waiting to Exhale is probably one of the best. Is one of the best soundtracks of all time.
What, they had like 3 songs?
Right. Shoot.
Wow, dude. You was a lie. You was a lie.
Hey, y'all mad spicy tonight, bro. Y'all
lies you tell. Shoot. Still a banger. Still a hit.
Party man.
Y'all man. Y'all are mad spicy tonight, bro.
Every little step.
Yo, well, look, all right.
Now.
What? We need to pick a topic for this week anyway. Before I get off here,
top 5 singers who left their groups and became famous.
Top 5 solo.
Michael Jackson.
There's an automatic.
I mean, it gotta be like you gotta take out Michael.
No, I ain't no taking out Michael.
But I mean, everybody.
Danny might. For all we know, Danny might put. You know,
Danny will be like Ringo.
Danny might put Justin Timberlake.
Danny will put Justin Timberlake.
He legit might put Justin Timberlake number one.
He better after.
Listen,
after this,
Danny list gonna go just like this. It's gonna go Omarion, Justin Timberlake, Morris Day,
Bobby Valentino.
I'm just saying. Now look,
Kevon Edmonds.
Yo, yeah. To me, if Michael Jackson's not number one, I swear to God, I'm kicking you off. Whoever's on the show, if Greg and Kevin come back again, cool. I know they're not fool enough to not have Michael Jackson there, so that's good.
I ain't Danny. I like being on the show.
You getting blocked and kicked off the show immediately if that happens. I promise.
I was so close to just being like, I don't want to do the show no more when Danny said that.
That crap legit threw me off, bro.
I was about to be like, you know what? You done broke the show.
That joint legit threw me off, bro. I was like, wait, what now?
Yo.
I was like, what? He said, what now?
Yo, Greg looked off. Javon threw his headset. I threw mine. I'm like, bro, y'all can have this show. That's what
Thought he was-
bullshit we gonna be on.
I could not believe it,
I
bro.
thought he was joking, so I was like,
And he
waiting
didn't
for him to
even.
be like, "Psych."
It would have been one thing if he had to put NSYNC at number 5, but he put them at number 3.
3.
I was like, yo, you put NSYNC over TLC.
Again, we just need a T-shirt with Danny's worst takes.
You ain't never
And
lied.
I just want him to wear it to Heroes Con.
That
I
crap.
just want him to wear it, and I want him to walk around with it, and I want people to ask him. That'll be the best marketing tool he ever had in his life, because people go constantly ask him, "You said that?
Yeah, they could be like, you said what now?
You said that?"
Yeah,
Dude,
nah, he's got it. But Heroes Con, he has to wear the hot 10, bro. Like he has to. Michael Jackson had a hot 10. He got to
do it on Saturday. Can't do it on Friday.
Yeah,
It's
got to be Saturday.
It's on Saturday, like with the most amount of people there. Oh Jesus! God, dog.
Oh, you good, Greg? I already posted it.
That's
Oh, my bad.
That's 3 of the worst takes total.
No,
Hot take.
But you
That
know
might-
what? If he thinks that they're, R&B, then that just lets us know not to ever let him DJ any functions ever. You can't put your playlist in my car. You can't.
Oh
nothing.
man,
You can't even hum when I'm around.
yeah.
Like,
Are you about to start singing? Shut up. Are you about to start? No, shut up.
He can be like, "Yo, I got the CD for you." No.
No. You keep that. You keep that.
Hey,
That
hook
man-
this up. My playlist. No.
That man
No.
gonna go from lay your head on my shoulder, bye. I'm like, bro, it's an all-out fight, bro.
Have everybody in the car pissed off. Like,
It's
"Can't
an
you
all-out fight. Tell you, no road trips with Danny.
He would do much better. I would abide Justin Timberlake sneaking into a playlist. You can't abide NSYNC all of a sudden. You cannot put Bye
Hold on,
in an
time
R&B
out.
playlist.
Again, Gone is an R&B song, and it's a good song.
Yes, we know that.
But you ain't putting pop.
I just-
Like, what was the other song? And bye.
He said dirty pop. I don't know. I'm like, bro, you can't be that
Dirty
serious.
Pop.
yeah,
See, you know what? Here, hold on. Let me pause. Morgan pissed me off that he know these joints at the right key.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I came up with it now. Don't get it twisted. I don't
so
know
did
you.
I, but even I forget the key, brother. We ain't about to
No,
do
I
that.
don't forget key. I've been
We
singing
ain't
for a
about
while.
to get that man no weight to put NSYNC at number 3.
I've been singing for a long time, man. You know what I mean?
Did y'all ever do top 5 one-hit wonders?
I think we did.
that could be good. Unless
I think we did.
I have to look.
Hold on, let me
look at my
check.
phone.
Let me check.
Yeah.
I feel like we did though. We did. Hold on. I got
one.
We got top 5. What is this?
Yeah, we did it. November.
So we did top 5
We did it in November of last
We
year.
did comedians, rapper turns actors, NFL players in the last 30 years, horror movies of all time, DC
Top
comic
5.
movie inventions.
Top 5 greatest artists' worst albums.
Man, that's
That's
hard because I ain't heard.
That's mad hard, bro.
Yeah, I don't know everybody's albums. I don't know all albums.
I mean, I just get throwing out an idea, just trying to help.
No, I like it.
And we did Christmas live. Have we done a movie thing yet?
For what?
When's the
What do you
last time? We haven't done nothing from TV yet, though. Have we? In a while.
Y'all did top 5 villains? That was a minute ago, though, right? From
Yeah.
television. Did you ever do top 5 heroes from television?
Top 5.
Right, Sean, appreciate you, bro.
Top 5 comic relief. Top 5 video games. We did that.
movies. Video game
Oh,
movies.
movies?
Video game movies.
It ain't that many.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
well,
Yeah,
there are
like
actually.
top
There's
5
like
black
4
sitcoms
Mortal Kombats.
Would you say we still haven't done top 5 black movies?
or top 5 black sitcoms.
We did
We
that.
did that.
Well, we did top 5 sitcoms.
Oh, never mind.
I think we did black sitcoms too.
top 5 black sitcom characters.
Man, is
That's
that even
actually
possible
a good one.
though?
That's a good one. That's a good one though.
Because I already know who my number 1 is automatically, so I ain't gonna reveal that to y'all unless I'm on the show.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have the same list.
Like, in order for me to come back,
I tell y'all,
I ain't just gonna give it away.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
gonna give
only
it away.
revealing it if I'm here.
If I'm here, I mean,
Top 5 breakups. We said breakup songs, slow jam, martial art fights, hip hop albums, rap features, board games, villains, perfect films,
chat.
restaurants.
If you anybody still in the chat, listen.
Top
Which
five
I think top 5 black sitcom characters. Which I think. Put that in the chat. Spam it.
I need to put that on the poll. We'll
And-
figure something out. We'll figure something out. I
deal.
Top 5 jersey numbers. Like, what's the most iconic jersey number to have?
Come on, man. That's if look.
I mean,
It
number
won't-
one
it-
and two. Number 1 and 2 is easy.
Who's 1 and 2 is easy.
One is
in my
easy.
opinion.
One is
two.
very easy.
I can argue. I can honestly argue one because
I
we all
can't-
talking about the
I
same.
forgot
movie.
we did top 5 living black famous actors. I forgot we did.
Yeah,
I forgot we did that one. Yeah, I
That was
totally
good,
forgot.
though.
I can
Oh,
argue.
man.
I can argue one if all one are simultaneous. I can argue one. Rhymes with Spretsy. It's on the ice.
What?
I can't believe we did top 5 cool ass niggas. I still can't believe we did that show.
I don't know
This-
why you can't.
This show is iconic.
I
don't know why
still
you
can't
can't.
believe we did that one.
We gonna be higher than the
the
Joe Budden
audacity.
podcast.
The
I keep trying to tell
audacity.
folks, bro. Once folks listen, it's a dub. We just got to get
Top
the
5.
people listening.
Oh, yeah, we still haven't done top 5 black films. We still haven't done that.
Top 5 black superheroes.
That's
Have we done
do
that? I thought we did that.
I don't think we did that.
Or make top 5 black supervillains.
I mean, half of them we ain't even gonna know. People gonna be like, "Who? We gotta go to indie books to be like, all right,
All right, yeah.
oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Of course.
Top 5 comic relief characters on sitcoms.
I'll put that against my suggestion in a poll.
That's kind of specific. I'm trying to think. We having good ideas sometimes.
Top five black actors of the 90s. Did y'all do that?
We did top 5 black. We did no. We did top 5 black famous. That's what we did.
Black famous. Okay.
Top 5 black actors of the 90s.
90 episodes.
That's not bad.
On this 90 episodes, I'm pretty sure y'all did top 5 hood movies.
Hood movies?
Um,
No, we ain't do hood movies yet. We
Yeah,
ain't
I'm
do
not
black
sure we
movies
did.
yet. So
we did something close to that.
we did top 5 directors or black directors.
Yeah, black director. I seen the black directors episode.
Are we gonna we're not gonna line up. Hold on. What is this? What's today?
All the club rocking, beat steady
One,
knocking. Middle of the stage got the
91,
nigga, you
90.
can hate, but you steady watching.
91, 92, 93, 94,
You know,
95,
Morgan sound like he a parent the way he just rapped that verse.
96, 97. Yeah, we're gonna be 3
I like what
episodes
Phil-
short.
Shut up, Kevin.
Phil said, like, if you
Just
hear how-
hey, Morgan a parent.
Top
boy.
5
He
black
just rapped
comedies.
that verse.
That crap is a habit, bro.
I don't think we did that one yet either.
Which
Did
one?
what?
Top 5 black comedies.
Oh,
I don't think we did that one either.
I don't know. if we did
that may
We
not
did
be
top 5
unanimous.
comedies.
That may not be unanimous. That's a good one. That may
Have you
not
done
be
movie
unanimous.
genres like top 5 black comedies.
We haven't done top 5 black comedies.
I don't think we have.
Nah,
That would be good.
that's a strong one. If you put that in the poll, I'll probably vote for that one over mine. That's a tough one.
Yeah, just put like these in a poll and let people figure it out.
Somebody sent it
Yeah.
to me, bro, because I was
Oh, come on, man. How you? God damn, we giving you fire over here.
I was
man.
doing 3 things at once.
You up
bro.
here,
I
you up here
apologize.
rapping the Fresh Prince.
No, bro, that was Gorilla Zoe. You tripping?
Same. Wow. We 2 hours and 22 minutes in. We'll discuss that next episode, buddy.
You don't like that? Man, that's one of my favorite. Anyway, yeah, we definitely got to pick. All right, so I will put a poll up.
I'm gonna send you mine right now.
Yeah, please do. Thank you so much. I'll put a poll up, and then we'll go ahead and pick out of there, and get it popping for next week. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. Because I've been meaning to talk about this AI art thing.
Thank you, Javon.
I've been meaning to talk about this AI art thing because and just AI period. I've been meaning to talk about that, and I definitely still want to because I think we fools for knowing that Skynet's a problem and still creating it. Like I think that's insane. But
Nah, because people that's creating it just is telling their superiors or just telling their coworkers like that's just a movie, so they're just trying to be the first to do something.
Don't get it twisted. I've listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson answer this question multiple times, and he's just like, "No, we'll just cut it off." And I'm like, Neil, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody said in every one of these movies.
Hold on, Morgan. Hold on, Morgan. Either Javon is froze or he is focused as fuck. Why are you so still?
I was reading, man.
Oh, my bad.
How you want me to read like this?
I'm just saying.
I read like a typewriter.
Like and with that being said, we're signing off because
what you want me to do? Like I'm reading. Like I don't need to move my neck to read. My eyes
too much going on tonight,
back and forth.
It's too much going on, bro.
I got you next time.
This is the top 5 live. We are signing off.
Yeah, Kevin's doing radio voice.
And Greg and
all right, y'all have a good night, y'all. Hey, I'll see y'all if y'all gonna be in Boston at the Comics and Color Festival. I'm gonna be there. I know Greg LSA is gonna be there. I always be saying his name wrong. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. No, get it right, man. If you're gonna promote that, man.
Yeah, you definitely.
It's Nanya, man. Everybody know who that dude is.
Okay.
I know there's a couple other people that's going to be there too. Quite a few people are going to be there.
And I need y'all to go.
Greg Burnham ain't going to be there for some reason. I don't know why.
Man,
it was he be working.
I had stuff and it's like ended a one day.
Oh, we gonna get into it, Jay. We're gonna get into it. I promise. I'm
one day, man. One day. You could do one day.
It's just a lot.
Appreciate it, Phil. If you haven't subscribed, man, go subscribe. Go subscribe on Fourth Wall Comics, and make sure you go to visualstoke.com too.
And after you go to visualstoke.com and subscribe to Fourth Wall Comics, you go to www.afrovenger.com to get Afrovenger issue 11 drop. Yeah, it's already out.
I think I got the joints down here at the bottom. Visual to Stoke. I'll do them right before we sign off. Visualstoke.com. You got Afrovenger.
That's right.
Greg is too famous to have a website.
I know, like Greg be partnering with the dopest work in the world. Like Greg just show up, they know who he with.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all.
Greg just walks in rooms.
You know who Greg is. What's old boy that got shot in Warriors? He's Cyrus. No. He was Cyrus.
Greg don't even have a setup on his table. He just laid the books on the table. Just come over and pick it. Hey, I'm buying this.
He don't even pitch books.
I'm buying this.
I've seen this. We pick on him about it all the time. He don't pitch. Greg don't pitch nothing. He just Greg's be there and be like, oh yeah.
The artwork that go with them books, people come up directly to the table and go, oh, I know this. Hey, I'm gonna get this.
You think I'm joking? I've watched it happen. Like like Marcus would be sitting down drawing, and Greg is sitting down at the table with his hands in his pocket. And people walk up, and Greg just watches them peruse. Greg don't even say nothing. Greg don't even say what's up first. Like he don't engage.
Let me ask how much it is. He be talking with somebody else. He be having a whole conversation with
Greg. Don't even be engaging with them, bro. They gonna come up and look at the table, and then Greg literally watches them peruse around. They be like, "Oh yeah, that's the one you want." All right, bet.
I be over here like just running out of breath, like talking. Begging people to come over. Greg be like, that person just come, can I have this? And he be like, yeah, sure.
You sit next to Greg, you might as well sit next to toys for all that matter.
Well, the good thing is Greg will direct people to your table. So that is a good.
I literally see Greg be like talking to somebody about somebody he know ain't got nothing to do with the sale or nothing. He just talking. People just come over and they just pick up stuff and drop money. And he just pick up the money and be like, thank you. And then they just walk off. He don't have no conversation. He don't tell them what the book is about. They just pick it up. I yearn for that.
I do. Flames. That boy
I can't even sit down. Like Greg he be relaxed.
It's amazing.
Oh man, it's a marathon. You just sit down.
Okay, Usain Bolt. I mean, damn, you ain't got to rub it in my face. Shit.
I told you what he said. That's the Heroes Con, bro. He walked up. He was like, "Man, I expected to be like 10,000." And we was
I
like,
don't think I said 10,000.
he definitely said 10,000, bro. I'm telling you,
'Cause I don't.
Greg's trying to be
10,000,
modest right now, bro. I'm telling you.
6,000.
Me and Danny were sitting at the table. He said, "Yeah, I spent to be like 10,000." Me and Danny are like, we looked at each other and I was like,
Listen.
Do you mean
for
dollars? Do you mean $10,000?
10,000 is like combined for us. That's like New York Comic Con. That's not Heroes Con.
Whatever.
Now, 5 to 6.
Hey, Greg take breaks at Comic Con. Like that's when you know you made it. When he be break for like an hour. He be gone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have never in my career left my table for 2 hours.
You have to stretch your legs, man.
You spitting hot fire like that, Greg? That's what they say.
Your blood flowing.
Danny do that crap to me all the time. I ain't gonna lie. I told him I was gonna break his legs if he did a Heroes.
But you know the difference is he got you to be there to sell books. Greg leave his table empty. Like nobody's there.
That's a fact.
Marcus might be there.
And the con will start at 10 and Greg will get there.
Greg won't be there till noon.
It's good, right?
Greg,
y'all
stop.
Just making stuff
Greg,
up.
you know I was there, Greg. You know I was there in Baltimore. You know I was there in Baltimore. I came by at 10 o'clock to say hi to you.
What year?
This past year.
Let me see what's happening.
You were by yourself at a table. You did not show up until noon.
Tell you.
Oh no, I had a whatchamacallit? I had a migraine.
Probably had a panel or something.
No, I can't afford to have migraine, dude. I'll be popping stuff to get in there. I gotta make my table back.
To have one either.
Greg, I gotta make my table back. Greg would just be like, all right.
Happy about the migraine. Like
he come back, and people just be at the table. Oh, he's waiting for you. Like that's great. Like
y'all doing too much right now.
I yearn to be like that. I'm hoping to get to that at some point. We're just
trying to be like Big Bro.
We're just trying to be like Greg. I want somebody to walk up to my table and be like, "Can I have this?" They don't ask me what it's about. They just be like,
"Yeah, don't even matter."
Just drop it.
How much does that cost?
Okay, I know it does. We know. I watched it. I saw it.
Wait till I had this.
So basically, what you're telling me is, if I ever get a table next to Greg, I need to talk to the coordinator. Like, can I move across the way, please, or something like that?
No, see, you got to get.
No, you want to draft it. You want to draft.
Yeah. Okay.
Table, bro. Like,
yeah. You just got.
There's always
but hold on, but see, my thing is, if Greg making $2,000 in a sale, according to him, they're gonna come to my table and be like, that's nice, and just keep walking, man. I don't want that.
$2,000 in a sale.
Listen.
What y'all talking about? I'm out here trying to feed my family.
I get that, man.
I legitimately will only come by for short periods to their table because Marcus is. I can't spend a lot of time over there because I'm gonna end up spending money. Dude, I just made this money and now I'm about to.
Facts. I need to eat after this show.
The first time I met Greg at Dragon Con, I'm over there begging people to come to my table. I look over and I can see them. They in visual distance. Their table was just crowded.
That's our hometown.
I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, dude.
And also,
they the Patriots in ATL.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying, dude.
It's just a lot of racism.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna record it next time because
please do.
He's talking on his gun.
Do.
I'm gonna come over with my phone and I'm gonna record it. So you're just gonna see somebody come up. Hey, can I have this? And you can be like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then take the money.
Yeah, that happens. Of course you can.
Yeah, sure, man.
How much is it? Something.
Yeah, come on now. You know they don't ask how much it is. They just be like, can I have this?
Greg, you probably like that, man.
Yo, you ain't know?
It's not me, man. It's the books.
So, in other words, in short, before I'll be damned.
He tried it.
Wait till I put this DC anthology on the table next week.
I know. Best believe I'm gonna be around.
So basically, what y'all saying is Greg be selling water in the desert. Is what y'all saying?
No, man. People,
he creates an oasis in the middle of the desert.
Hey, real talk. Hold on, real talk. At Baltimore, I was just walking down the aisle and somebody came up to me. It was like, do you know when the guy that does Tuskegee Air is coming back to the table? I said, I've never met that person before in my life.
Yep.
They came over to me and asked me that.
Let me
I've
tell you
directed
something.
many a person over to
I'm
Tuskegee
a prideful man, and I know my books and my things gonna sell. That shit happened to me. I'm taking my badge off. I'm becoming a fan. I ain't about to sit up here behind the table and deal with this mess all
That
day.
happens all the time. People looking for people. Like,
Don't nobody look for me.
Greg
you gotta be
being
at the right
modest, bro.
shows.
This is modesty, yo. This is modesty.
Yes,
This
right,
all this
right.
is modesty right now, man.
Right.
That's
Take your
all right.
Take your flowers, Greg.
appreciate
Take your
it.
flowers, man.
Take the flowers, man.
Take
But
your
don't act
flowers,
like
man.
y'all ain't moving weight.
Thank
'Cause
you.
Sometimes.
I know,
Okay, Soprano.
I know there's a distinct difference between how I sell my books
Right.
and how you sell your books.
I wish I could move my books like that, bro.
I
move
gotta
my
talk.
suitcase around.
Sometimes I gotta talk. No, sometimes people come up to my table. I'm not gonna act like people don't, but most of the time I gotta talk to them.
Facts.
You don't talk to people, Greg. You
I
don't
talk
pull
to a
people.
lot.
You don't pull people
That,
to your table.
I gotta
Do you
push
pull
back
people
on
to
that.
your table?
Do I what?
Do you pull people to your table? Hey,
Oh,
come
no.
over here. Come look at my.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
what I'm talking about.
That's a strategy. Like, honest to God, all jokes aside, that's a strategy that I do. Like, if I see you and you look interested, then I'll be like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Whatever. But as far as like trying to pull people, that's something I don't do because, and this might sound weird, and a couple people have told me that they think it's weird, but I don't want to try to trick you or convince you into buying my book. Like, if I'm doing that, then that's kind of not letting me get that real data that I want. That real data that says, if I put this book in a comic shop on a shelf, is it going to sell without somebody, chirping?
Without somebody pitching it.
Yeah. So it's something like I choose to do is like, I'm not going to be like hunting. I'm not going to be over salesman. I also want you, it's weird, but like there's I guess you could kind of say a spiritual component to it, which is if you buy that book, because you're really interested and you buy it under no compulsion, then you might read it. Like a lot of people buy people's book and they never read them. It's like they're just doing it to support or whatever. And so like with me.
Oh, he froze.
Great.
He was right when he was about to get a secret.
He was giving us the jewels. He was giving us the jewels.
I mean, I'm like Greg. Like if somebody walks by and they look, I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Right. Or I'll say, "Hey, well, I usually joke. I'll be like, "You ain't got to do the drive by. You can come back and look," or something like that.
Right.
Now, if somebody asks me what's this about, I'm telling them there is a sense of salesmanship there where I am kind of trying to convince you, but I'm not.
Right.
Like I'm trying to convince you by telling you the story. Yes. Now I'll reach a certain point in the pitch where I'm like, all right, well, if you want to look through, let me know if you got any questions. After that, like I'm done.
I mean, you supposed to pitch your book. It's not like we all can't be Greg and Marcus who just let people peruse and they be like, "Oh, you want to give me money? Appreciate you." Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? So you're
sometimes that happens. No, I'm not. Sometimes that happens. Like somebody will come over and like they'll just be like, and they'll just start, "Oh, look at this," and they'll like pick it up and they'll start looking and then they'll start asking me questions. Like that happens, but like the level that I've seen with that dude, like not as often. Like again, I stand up when I'm selling. Like the whole con, I'm usually standing.
Yeah, I don't sit down either.
I don't sit down. He be like,
yeah,
and I can't do that. Like I personally can't do that.
I usually draw. Like I just did a show.
I don't do that either.
I usually draw, and that's what when people see me drawing, they kind of walk over to the table. So I'm not feeling like I'm like hey, why don't you come over here? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I usually like people will see me drawing, then they'll get interested, and then of course, hey, these are your books. You drew these, and did you do? And then that's when I kind of explain to them like, yeah, this is that, this is Afro Avenger, blah blah blah. I give them like the pitch, like the elevator pitch, and if they don't, what I'm saying, and 9 times out of 10 they walk away from it, or they just like, let me just get book 1. Cool. I mean, start off with book 1. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And and go from there.
Like I said, man, we all are working to get to the Greg level of comics and comic cons. legitimately. So, and I love seeing other creators work too, and we'll all be together at a con soon enough because me and Danny work off of each other. Greg has his own way of pitching. TJ Sterling, I've heard, is a freaking master. Sebastian Jones is definitely a master. I don't know if they're coming to Heroes Con or not, but
I actually got to see TJ pitch his thing. And it's interesting. I'm always interested in seeing how people sell their books because I always try to take something for it. Like TJ stands in front of his table.
yeah, TJ.
I don't do that.
I can't do that.
I can't do that. Like for me, well, outside of COVID, because I ain't trying to be that close to people,
right?
Because there's only so much traffic going up and down. But like it works for some people, and I saw TJ do his thing. I've seen Greg do his thing. Who else have I seen? I've seen Lonzo and them do their thing. Lonzo is a lot more chill too when it comes to his selling.
Yeah, Lonzo's not going to flag you down.
Yeah, he'll do the same thing. Like if you walk by and you look, he'll be like, "Hey, come on over." Like I've seen him do that, but like it's really relaxed. Like
yeah,
somebody
it's like Mike. When y'all meet Mike in person, Mike is that guy. Like Mike legitimately will come in with the freaking megaphone. You know what I'm saying? They'll hand stuff out in the beginning before the con starts. You know what I'm saying? To get people to come to the table. Everybody has their own bag, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like me and Danny's dynamic. It works for us. We usually work off of each other. People think that we rehearse that stuff. We definitely did not. It's just, you know what I'm saying? We just known each other. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? Same as when we creating the ads for the Kickstarters and stuff like that. Like most of the time, the best ads that we've done weren't planned. Like we were just sitting there like, bro, this would be funny if we did this and then shoot it. So, I mean, everybody's got their own bag, and I like Javon. Like I appreciate being able to watch other people and what they do, and seeing them, you know what I'm saying, at their craft. Greg be, Greg Anderson, Elise be trying to like sexually entice people, you know what I'm saying? Like TJ's been accused of the same.
I actually get to meet Greg for the first time this weekend. I'm actually looking forward to that.
When you see him, make sure you tell him I said go to hell from the heart.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell him that because like
why?
y'all feud is y'all feud, man. Like,
why, bro?
I mean, I don't really need to do that. But like, I'm probably closer to Michael Watson. Like, I'm louder and I joke. Like, my thing is jokes. Like, I like to tell jokes. Like, I joke with you and everything like that. So, I mean, like we all got our thing. It also depends on the con too, because there's some cons I ain't got to work so hard.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like some cons, like people just come over and like if you're the only dude, like I've done events where I'm the only comic book person there, and I don't have to do much. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It depends. Like there's a couple of cons in Pittsburgh. If y'all ever come, hey man, I was actually trying to do.
Hey Jay, don't play, bro. Because
I was actually trying to do Steel City Comic Con.
I drink you under the table, Jay. I don't know if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, but you might get thrown overboard, bro. I'm just letting you know that right now. So
listen, I look forward to meeting everybody that we talk to on a regular basis in person. Absolutely. It's gonna be dope to finally be in the same space with Javon. So when we argue, like we could just like argue face to face now.
Yeah,
I was trying to do Steel City, but y'all tables is taken up, man. What a lot of people, if you don't know anything about cons, they fill up quickly, and it's usually like right at the beginning of the year, people start opening stuff up, and so if you don't get in, you got wait. Like I'm on the Philly Fan Expo Philly wait list, and I'm not even. I ain't gonna get drunk. I will take one drink. I am a lightweight.
Javon got to drive us back to the hotel. So yeah,
definitely
nobody. Nobody.
Danny ain't gonna drink either. To be honest with you.
Yeah, he a Christian.
I don't drink. I drink one drink.
Man, he a Christian ain't got nothing to do with not drinking.
But yeah, if you don't get into the cons like early and quickly, you generally out of luck unless you are invited. Like if you like Greg, both Gregs actually, they
Well,
get invited
well,
like all over the
is
place.
that is let me kind of ask this while you're on the topic. You kind of put that question there in my head. Do you feel that's a tier of success for you if you are invited?
Yeah,
Is it-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I've gotten invited to like 3 cons this year. This 3
what's
more
up.
than I've ever been invited to
That's what's
ever.
up.
So one, it's you know, it is but a lot of it is like who you know
Right.
too. So you know, like cons want to bring in people who gonna bring in people. You know,
Fair
like
point.
they're gonna bring in people who are names. So or have like resume.
Right.
So if you like Greg or uh who else would you say? Both Gregs actually.
Cat
They get
Lashley and
invited.
somebody
Yeah.
else.
Guys like that. It's either that or you doing a lot of like you like Victor Dandridge, who does a ton of panels.
Yep.
And then they will, they
Vic's the
either
man too.
yeah. Who?
I said Vic is the man too.
Yeah.
Vic is great people.
And then like, or if you're a big, if you're a mover and shaker, you know what I mean? Like if you running like your own, you like Mike Watson or Tyler or something like that, like you might get more invites. But the small, if you're, I always say I'm a little fish. I'm a little fish. I do my one little book, my two little books. You make a name for yourself. The more you make your name, but you just got to get on people. Once you get on people's radar and, do some panels. I'm just telling you stuff that, because I had a shout out to Victor Dandridge. Though. Me and Victor Dandridge had a really heart, like a real heart to heart, and he was like, look, do you think, he asked me a serious question, like, do you think you on the level that, people know who you are and, that they want to invite you? And I was like, probably not. And he's like, yeah, you probably not going to get invited. But as time is going on, you do cons, you get to know people who are running the shows. That's like the big thing. Get to know who's running the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put your face in their brain a lot. And then sometimes you can just ask and be like, hey, you got a table for me? And they'll give you a table. I mean, but then there's the tier up after that, whereas, they fly you out and, they put you up. They put you up in a hotel and they do all that. And then the tier after that is when they start paying you.
Yeah.
So, there's levels to this. And, that's why Danny always likes smaller cons. He said this on more than one occasion. He wants to be getting invited to cons and having them pay for him to fly out and everything like that.
Well,
He's trying to skip steps, though. He said it, though.
No, I mean, for the reason he likes smaller cons is because the biggest reason he likes smaller cons is because at the big cons, it really depends on what type of con it is. Because some cons are they're not really conducive to indies. They're there for whoever the guest is or whatever. You might sell some books because of like how many people are there, but it's not geared towards indie artists or whatever. Every con's different. But in Danny's mind, the smaller cons are more intimate. You have time to actually talk to, talk to the people that you meet and the customers and stuff like that. And people actually remember your name type business versus those big cons where everything is go, 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 go. You got a few seconds to really talk to somebody and try and make a connection, and you sell or you don't. He just prefers the more intimate setting, but he also feels like the majority of people that get invited to these cons, especially the mid-sized cons, are not going to make that money back. They spent for that table. And for him, that's why he said it's a scam, which we disagreed on over vigorously, because the disagreement is nobody's scamming you. They gave you an opportunity and it didn't work. For whatever reason, but it's not their fault that you didn't sell out or whatever. Like, that's not on them. That's what the conversation's always on. But
but he does talk about like he wants to be getting invited, and
that will make it worthwhile for him. It will make it. Yeah. Well, to make it worthwhile is if we get comp to table. If we get comp to table, if they bring us out there and we're on panels, You know what I'm saying? So you get exposure. It's getting to a level that they are paying for your presence versus you paying for your presence. You know what I mean? That's why I say like we're all chasing and trying to learn from Greg and them. You know what I'm saying? Like Greg and Marcus do shows all around the year because people are looking for them and seeking them out and being like, yo, we want you at the show because they know they have a following and they know that they're going to bring that following to whatever con they go to. So they will pay to get them. You know, they'll pay for the room. They'll comp them a table. That's where everybody wants to get to. If you're heavy in the con circuit, that's what you want to get to. You want to get to the place where they're paying you to come out to this con because they know you're going to bring your audience to that con. People are going to see you on the panel and all that.
That's really the only thing. Like the best thing you could do is just do work on your following. You know, I know I do a lot of hustling trying to I'm trying to expand. Like I said this to you before, I think I'm trying to expand.
We were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and go outside of Connecticut. You know, like to get to these other cons and to have a presence at these other cons and then make repeat business of it.
Right.
But I mean, I know not everybody can do that. You're up in Buffalo, which is a farther drive for me than like I'm in Connecticut, which is 2 hours from Boston, 2 hours from New York, 3 hours from Philly.
Right.
It's easier for me to drive, whereas I know it's harder for you.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why it's like kind of like been my focus at least the last couple of years. With, of course, just life happens, and then it's like I want to at least build my following within driving distance. And I know like I'm trying to do Baltimore Comic Con. That's 6 hours from me, but it's like at some point you gotta what I'm saying, you gotta move the boat to see if you're gonna be able to float. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those situations where it's like for me, how I look at it, 11 books in, I'm still going to do it, but I got to kind of make this next book worth it. You know what I mean? Like make the continuing of it worth it, that, I have a following, I have a fan base. Like I got a good one. I got a decent one. I love them. I love my Afro heads, but it's like, sometimes like I got to see if I can spread my wings and see how far I can go.
But I mean, I did Baltimore last year. And I'm open with how much I spend to do things because I want people to know how real it is.
Right.
I spent $300 on the table, and then 300 and something, 400 something for the hotel, and travel, driving. I drove.
Right.
For me it was what, 5 hours? I think it was 5 hours to Baltimore. So and then books. My books probably cost me about 6-7. I made it back. It just you just gotta hustle your butt off. I mean, there's no formula for this thing that comic books, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
The most you could do is what I do, is track how much I sell per con.
Yeah.
I have my numbers, and then when I go to a con, like I know for a 1-day con, I only bring about 10 to 20 of this book, 10 of this book, whatever.
Right.
And then I know how much, that way I don't have to carry a ton of books. But for like 3-day cons, I know to bring X amount, and then I'll bring that amount, and then but I bring enough to pay for at least the table in the hotel.
Got you.
And I just call, you just got to figure it out, man. But mean, eventually you get there. So you meet the right person, and that person will be doing a con, and they'll be like, "Yo, we give you a table." I mean, I got 3 this year. I think Granite State, Heroes Con, and this one that I'm about to do, Cradle Con in Long Island. I just kind of lucked into those 3.
The big thing, I'm gonna say this and I gotta get off.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Kev, the big thing is you already have 11 editions. That's huge. Because the fight is like you putting out the content is putting you ahead of the game, because there's a lot of people out here like you can make a big splash and have that one issue, you know what I'm saying? But you can only splash that once. That's one of the reasons I want to get to the place where this year my biggest focus is making sure that the full first arc for Lumberjacks is done. So that when we go to these cons, you know what I'm saying, number one, it helps me and Danny bundle stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like we can do like a starter pack for Fourth Wall where you get the first copy of each one, or you can get the Ace Blade bundle, you can get the Lumberjacks bundle, whatever, you know what I mean? You got 11 comics. That's huge. So if you get somebody in there that gets Afro Avenger, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and they love that joint, they can come right back and get the rest of what you got. And once they tell other people about it, you got 11, you know what I'm saying? You got 11 issues now to like really hit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep telling you to do that trade, man.
Yeah. I like, trust me, I've been like I told myself, I'm at 11 now. 12 will be out in
You
June.
make more money doing a 6-issue trade, in my opinion. If you did a 6-issue trade with your first 6 issues and stop selling the floppies, then you almost force people, if they want to begin the whole get the first story, to buy the trade. Because right now, when you got 11 issues, most people will either buy the first one or maybe the first and the second one. And so maybe you selling what, $10 per book?
Yeah.
10. So instead of so you get maybe $10 to $20 a pop, instead of, if you do the trade and somebody wants the beginning of the story, then you selling them for like 30, 35. So it's like a $10, $15 profit instead of worrying, and then you have to carry all them damn floppies around.
That's true.
You carry your trades, and then your and then like the next, you say you got 11 issues, so you got 5. So you carrying 5 floppy issues, and then you'll have your trades. Like, I'm telling you, man, the sooner you move out of the floppies, the better. I know Danny does a lot. He still sells floppies at
he's got a
number
trade too.
1.
He's got the trade too.
Yeah,
trade
but he
sales.
still brings the floppies.
Yeah, like I told myself, and then like I had the conversation like just with my man's at the show I did Saturday. I'm at 11, 12 will be out in June, and then I'll finish that story arc, and then I'm going to 16. Once I get to 16, then I'm gonna let those 16 coast, and then I'm gonna just split them all up into the trades, just how the story arc go, and then go from that route, and then carry on from that way. But
the big thing is that you have stories done. There's a lot of people that talk about what they're gonna do. You have 11 done. That's huge.
Yeah.
Because again, then it's semantics. Like what Javon's saying. What Javon's saying is great advice. You know what I'm saying? Doing it as a trade. Again, your profit margins drastically increase once you do a trade of any sort, whether it's 4 or 6 or whatever. Your profit margin skyrockets. That's number one. Number two, the content that you get into that customer's hands now, that it can really get a real feel for this character versus getting that one issue. But 3, again, being able to get the more inventory. There's a lot of people out there that want to be in the position that you're in. I used to for forever. When me and Danny first had the first con, we literally didn't even have a comic. We just had prints that we did and like short stories. We didn't even have comics. You know what I'm saying? So and we used to envy people that walk in like you that got freaking 11 comics. You know what I'm saying? To sell like that. I'm telling you, because it's the same thing as me and Javon and Danny talk about this with the show. It's the same thing. When people see it, it would be one thing if we were still conceptualizing. Like I had the concept. I told Javon, I was like, yo, I really, you know what I'm saying? I think it would be good if we do this because, you know, the conversations we've had, I respect your opinion. Boom, boom. Danny said he wanted to do it too. And I was like, all right, bet. The idea I knew was what was the idea and it would be good. But once people see what it is we're doing, it's going to grow on its own. You know what I'm saying? Do we need to create a steady ad thing? Yeah. It's a lot of work for all of us are working all the time or whatever. But the point is, once you have inventory, then once somebody finds you, it's like, boom, not it versus somebody finding you and now you don't have the inventory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I know that's one of the things I'm working on this year too, is like adapting things for screenplays, adapting things for whatever. Because if somebody sees your story and they love it, they're like, yo, do you have anything else like this? Or they might not rock with this, but they might rock with something else that you do. If it's already adapted, I don't miss my opportunity. But you only get one first shot. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's always big to me. Like me and Danny I talk to Danny about that constantly. Like especially with Black Rose because we're getting ready to launch a Kickstarter. The people that you never know whose eyes are gonna fall on what it is you got. So you want to make sure that when they do fall on it, they like, hey, that's dope, and they remember it because if they do, that person might be in the room that you need to be in and don't even know it, and they the one that spoke you into it, and now you got somebody approaching you on your DMs like, hey, I love what you got. Do you have anything else like that? And now you got a whole 11 stories to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
Get that trade, man. You need to mess around them floppies, dude.
Yeah.
It's just to me, it's not that it's a waste of money. It's just, hey, you got to carry all this stuff around.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And B, I know you want people to be like, all right, I'm gonna get all 6 or all 11. Well, they probably would be a lot more. They might be more willing to do a trade in 5 other books than 11 $10 books.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, you be all right, man. You got good stuff. But I gotta go.
Appreciate it, Sam.
I'll see y'all in Boston. Actually, I'll see you on Thursday if you in the Connecticut area and you want to go to Northwestern Con, holla at me.
Y'all keep voting on the poll. Subscribe to go to Visual Stokes. Subscribe. Go to Afro Revenger. If you don't already have that joint, go pick it up now. Stop playing.
Pick it up now.
Y'all already know Fourth Wall Comments. Follow us. We'll see y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that is still watching, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much. Continue to spread the word, and we'll see y'all Tuesday. Peace out.